All right, so I don't really know how to start this because, well, to be 100% honest with you, okay, so today we're reading The Question. We're reading all of Charlton Comics' The Question books. And there's not a lot. I think in total I found something like 60 pages, 60 something pages worth of stories because, well, The Question appeared in a bunch of like back issues of Blue Beetle. You know how they famously teamed up Blue Beetle in The Question. Well, not anymore. Now it's Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. They are the team up now, but back in the day, it used to be Blue Beetle in The Question back in the 60s, and then the 80s with the reinvention of the Charlton universe when it got folded into DC Comics. They started teaming up Blue Beetle in The Question. And so that originated here, way back in the 1960s with Charlton Comics before they went defunct. They had The Question, and he would have these short 6-7 page stories, and they would be packed into the back of Blue Beetle stories. So even from the very beginning, they were together, you know. And I don't really know how to start this video because, well, I mean, I already started this video, but The Question and Blue Beetle are my favorite superheroes of all time. You know, I like them both equally. I love them when they're teamed up. They don't do that anymore. They don't team up anymore. So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for me where I'm going to get to read these stories and I'm going to get to share them with you. I have The Question first, and then I have all the Charlton Blue Beetle stories. There's about 120 pages or something there. But yeah, this is The Question. Here, take a look. Look at this guy. Orange gloves, white suit, solid face mask. He looks like he has no features. That's The Question. He is an archetype, but he's not the first of this. The Question is actually based off of another character called Mr. A. That was a Ditko original. He was based off of an objectivist philosophy. Ditko went kind of crazy and made. I've read Mr. A. I don't think I'll ever read Mr. A for this channel because his stories come off more like sermons than any kind of entertainment. And I do believe that comics are meant for entertainment value. I think there is like a play of philosophy and morality happening in comics, but I don't think that should be the point. But yeah, Mr. A comics, they come off more like sermons. They come off more like they're these heavy-handed moral lessons. He's preaching. Ditko would preach a lot, but he looked exactly like The Question. So then Charlton got this idea of taking him and sort of making him sort of similar but opposite. Mr. A is answer. A is A. A is basically answer and Question is Q. He's The Question. Because with Mr. A, there is only one objective solution, and that is that evil and good, light and darkness are irrevocably separated by a line that can never be crossed. That's the idea behind Mr. A. He's a little bit like Rorschach. Rorschach, who ironically would then go back in time, and Alan Moore would model Rorschach off The Question, and then The Question would be modeled after Mr. A, and that objectivist philosophy would sort of reach out through all these characters. But it's less intrusive. It's the least intrusive when it comes to The Question. The Question is a reporter, and he is a brilliant reporter and a brilliant investigator, and his thing is he is in a search for the objective truth, and he believes that there is a 100% solid line, but for him it's not about good and evil, it's about the truth and lies. And that's what's really fascinating about him. He will solve mysteries to the best of his abilities, and he's very good at what he does. And this is why I love him so much. He's one of my most favorite superheroes because of that. Because he will do anything for the truth. He will unabashedly, unashamedly fight for the truth, even if it's not something that is convenient. You know, even if it is something that is dangerous, he will fight to find the truth. That's why they call him the Question, because he is always in search for an answer to his question. But anyway, this is it. These are all those Charlton back issues, those side stories that were published originally in Blue Beetle. I've compiled them all here, and we're going to read them one after the other. So this is the first one. I'm not sure if this covers his origin, but let's see. Okay. Vic Sage, hard-hitting TV newscaster for Worldwide Broadcasting Company, alias The Question. Yes, that's it right there. Victor Sage and this guy, Professor Rodor. You can't see him because my big fat head is in the way, but yeah. Professor Rodor is his ally, a little bit like a mentor, more like a partner. But yeah, Vic Sage, hard-hitting TV newscaster. Okay, so he's a reporter. That's where he gets like his that's his secret identity, but that's his parallel to the Question. And this is something that's really interesting about the Question, is that Vic Sage and the Question, even though they are alternating personalities, they're pretty much the same person. He is very much as hard-hitting, and he desires the truth just as much in his civilian life as he does as a vigilante crime fighter. And I think that's fascinating, because even Superman separates his identities, but Victor Sage does not. He doesn't do that. He's the same personality inside and outside of costume. And then here we go. Vic's loyal and hardworking news staff. Fred Pine, Al Kurt, and Bob Hazel, and then Nora Lace. And then there's Sam Starr, his son Sid, and his daughter Celia, president and founder of the WWB. Sid Starr, public relations director of the WWB, addresses a women's league. All right, here we go. Here's the start of the story. We at the WWB TV are not just here mere dispensers of entertainment. We are, and listen to this, listen to what he says. We are the defenders of truth and justice, the all-seeking eye, laying bare before the public every form of injustice, whatever the risk, whatever the price. Who is that? That's the Question. That is his entire modus operandi. That's his entire philosophy in crime fighting. To lay bare before the public the absolute truth, which does make the Question kind of insane, because you could say that there is no such thing as objective truth, and you would be getting into like abstract philosophies and things. Some people believe that there is such a thing as objective truth. Some people don't. And in that sense, the Question can be kind of a polarizing character for a lot of people. But regardless, the Question does believe in an objective truth, and he believes that it is his purpose in life to seek it out, uncover it, and deliver it to the public. We consider this task our sacred duty to you, to all mankind. We do it proudly and fearlessly. Oh, May, he is so inspiring, clearly a leader among men. However, as Sid Starr concludes his talk, the police go into action on the other side of town. Move! We're gonna nail this gambling ring once and for all. You've got to get me out of here. Dyseri? I don't know. It's the name of the mobster. Dyseri? I don't know. I'm assuming that's... It doesn't matter. His name doesn't really matter. I'm a respectable businessman. Oh, don't worry about your rep. When you get your cut out of the take... Now, come on, get out the secret exit. Okay. So, this is exactly the kind of situation that the Question would be privy to. He would want to be associated with this. He would want to uncover injustices. And this is an injustice. This is an honest, respectable businessman who is hypocritical in the sense that in his nightlife, he is a gambler. Now, I don't know, gambling isn't so bad, but it can be harmful and hurtful to people. Anyway, that's what this is. So this is the setup for the story in which the Question is going to uncover the truth. And we're going to get to see it happen. Okay. The cops will have their hands full with our customers. We'll get away and set up again. Well, we'd better. I don't intend to go long without my share of this operation. Okay, so there it is. He is the one that runs the operation. Gambling dens are notorious for stealing money from the public, and he is part of that. Hey, stop it, a policeman here. Get in the car, big shot. I'll take care of the cop. You didn't have to shoot him. Hey, watch it. I'm a 3-time loser, big shot. I'm protecting my life, not my lily white reputation. Uh-oh. A cop died. Now, the question is going to be very mad about that. Watch. Those guys were escaping from a police raid. It's not safe for decent people to be on the streets these days. Who is responsible for this lawlessness? I'm sure that was Lou Dicer driving. Uh-oh, they saw him. Later, Vic Sage takes to the airwaves in his nightly telecast. The hunt for Lou Dicer continues. And as usual, you, the enraged public, wonders how a leech like Dicer and his ilk can thrive so readily among you. How many of you will willingly support Dicer's illegal gambling operation? How many of you frequent his gambling tables or play a number daily? You don't need their kind, they need you. Only you can keep them in business, and they cannot exist without your play. Okay, so that's exactly correct. It is the public that supports the gambling den. It is the public that makes it possible. Of course, Lou Dicer and his associates are the true criminals here. But there is something flawed inside of humanity, something that allows us to commit to evil. This is his objective truth again. This is what makes him sort of insane. Instead of immediately blaming the criminal, who is obviously guilty, especially for the murder of that police officer, what does he say? Vic Sage says, no, this is your fault because you guys go in there. You guys are gambling your money away. They wouldn't be able to do this if not for your weakness, for your vulnerability. It's a vice. And any rational human being would know that you have a vice. Everyone has a vice. Everyone has a way that they blow off steam. Everybody has something that just barely skirts the line of the law, right? But for Vic Sage, that line is unbreakable. There is only truth and there is lies. There is nothing in between. There is no gray area. And that's why he's blaming the public. Because to him, they're just as responsible as anybody else. Look, right here. Part of the responsibility lies with you. You are willing partners in Dicer's crime. And then they get angry. Somebody someday has got to put Sage down. He can't talk to us like that. Don't listen to that creep. Don't pay him any mind. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Vic Sage is correct about this? Do you think that it is these people's willing participation? Or do you believe that these people are victims of their own vices? There's some gray area there. There's definitely a discussion to be had. But Vic Sage has made his position clear, and we're going to see him enact his justice right now. Sage has got to go, Dad. He's bad for our image. Why does he insist on putting us on the spot? Sam, we can't back up a stand like that. We have to remain neutral. Just report the facts. Right, Lark? Yes. A bleeding heart like Sage will only antagonize the public and scare off sponsors. We've got to be practical. Get rid of him, Dad. But his father is a more affluent and stern man, and he rejects this. Vic Sage stays. He's not afraid to stick his neck out, which is more than I can say for you gentlemen. And that is absolutely true. That is a big part of the Question's character, is that he does have courage. It does take courage to put your reputation on the line and say things that may be inconvenient, but still true. And what he's saying is true. Good night. And if Lou Dicer is watching, I'll be seeing you in prison. That's a bold thing to say. But the good thing about the Question, the thing that you're going to learn is he can back it up. That mouth-flapping joker's really asking for it. I don't know who's worse, Sage or the police. I gotta blow town until things cool off. You guys keep following up the lead on Dicer's operation, but let Laura know what you're up to. I've got a hot lead to run down myself, Vic. I'll keep in touch, though. Okay. Then, 10 minutes later, in a West Side alley, Dicer's men are holed up inside. It didn't take them long to post bail. They must know where Dicer is. Maybe they won't talk to Vic Sage, but they will talk to the Question. I know someone they'll have to talk to, someone who won't give them a choice. And that is a big thing. When it comes to the Question, remember that line? If you cross that line, he is going to take away your ability to choose. He is going to take away your freedom. Now, this is a big theme in a lot of Question comic books. Virtue in justice. It's a big thing for all superheroes, but when it comes to Vic Sage, when it comes to the Question, he forces people to come clean. This is his thing. He wants the truth. He doesn't necessarily want a moral victory. He doesn't necessarily want vengeance. He doesn't necessarily want blood, and he's not necessarily an offensive or violent character. He wants the truth. And if you lie, he is going to take your ability away to lie so that you have only the truth left. This is something that you're going to see in so many Question stories. It took a genius like Professor Rodor to design a mask like this. A mask that can see, breathe, and speak through, and yet still looks completely solid. Now, to release this gas, it will cement the mask to my face and reacts on the chemicals previously sprayed on my hair and clothing, giving me an instantly new look and identity. Now let's see if the Question can get some answers. He absolutely will. This is something that I've always thought was really amazing. It's just a mask. It's just a mask, and he has this gas which changes the color of his uniform. And that's just it. He's just a dude. He's just a regular old guy. Every bit as vulnerable as a Batman character, you know? All the vigilantes. Fits right in with Batman, Green Arrow, all those guys. A minute later, inside, we gotta stay cooped up and sit tight till this blows over. It always does. Hey, Nick, what is that? I don't know. It looks like a plain white card, but it's smoking. Look, it's a question mark. It's the Question's card. He must be here. Yes, he is. Get him. But no guns. We don't want the cops busting in here. Where's Dicer? The Question wants... What does he want? Answers. Nobody talks. You punks can make it as hard on yourselves as you want. Grab him, Mo. And also, one thing about the Question, he is an excellent fighter. He is one of the best fighters in the DC universe. He's right up there with Batman. And but I mean, in the 60s, basically, he's a judo master or whatever, but everybody was a freaking judo master back then. That was the extent of American knowledge about martial arts, judo. So yeah, he knows judo. Anyone can speak up when they're ready. That's an interesting thing to say, isn't it? In the middle of a fight, anyone can speak up. This doesn't have to continue. Any one of you can tell the truth whenever you want. But no, they choose to stay in the lie. They choose to live in the lie. And because of that, they're going to keep getting punched. Bingo, you tagged him. Now you guys clobber him. But nope, he's a hell of a lot better than that. He's one heck of a fighter. The Question, especially in later iterations in the Bronze Age, he is known for taking a beating. He is beaten bloody every night, recovers, and then just goes out and does it again. Why? Because he is obsessed with uncovering the truth. And because of that, he is a bit of a, what do they call him? A masochist? He doesn't mind getting hurt in order to get what he wants being the truth. I saved you for last. Now you talk. You'll never get me to tell you anything. Never. Then you'll never talk to anyone again. Huh, what's that coming from your hands? No, I'll talk. It's merely gas. Then, half an hour later, I left Dicer's boys tied and gagged so they wouldn't have tipped him to expect me, but he's probably ready for anything. That is such a cool panel. Look at that. On the side of a building, snow everywhere, creeping along completely fearless. He does not care what he has to do. He is going to get the truth one way or another, with the tenacity of a true reporter, with the tenacity of a true detective. He is going to find out the truth, and he is going to bring justice to this situation. He's alone, and he's so edgy, he looks about ready to climb the wall. Uh-oh, a phone. Who would be calling him now? Ah, yes, it's about time. He was expecting this call. Yes, it's me. What? Listen, partner, I gotta skip town, so you bring the dough to the old stone bridge in exactly 1 hour. Set it. Remember, if I get nailed, you and your respectable reputation go down with me, understand, partner? Now be there. It looks like someone else is tied in with Dicer. If I can play this right, I can nail both of them. Then, 5 minutes later at police headquarters, this is the question, Captain Lash. Don't talk. Just listen. We don't have much time. Shoot! Yes, you don't have much time. This is it. The appointed hour at the old stone bridge. Aren't you going to count it? Nah, I trust you, partner. But it better all be here. It's all there, Dicer, but you'll never get to use it. I'm afraid this is the only way. I can't risk having you around loose. You're too dangerous. Ah, you dirty double-crosser. Hold it right there, buddy. We're police officers and you're under arrest. Ha ha ha. Shoot, partner. Oh, you see? This is interesting because this man is the true antagonist of the story. Yes, this mob boss is a gambler and he steals money and he preys off the public vice, but Lou Dicer is the true antagonist of this story. Why? Because he is the one more than anybody who lives a lie. He lives with the false face that he is an upstanding member of society. In the mafia, sure, you're a terrible person and the question has no problem beating you up, but at least you're honest about who you are. His willingness to kill somebody just to keep his secret, that makes him absolutely despicable in the eyes of the question. Jim Lark of the WWB. So you're the one that shot that cop. No, it was Dicer. Shut up, you fool. Did you guys expect that? Did you guys expect that it would be Jim Lark? Nope. Did the question? Let's see. While down the street, we have the whole thing on tape, Vic. Good work, Fred. Okay, Al, let's hustle back and we'll just make tonight's newscast. Meanwhile, later, we can let Sage show that tape of Lark being arrested. He was one of us. How will it look for us? Why go to extremes? A brief bulletin will do. Oh, well then let's vote on it. Dad, have you forbid Vic from running it? It'll make us all look bad. I will not suppress the truth. It's Vic's show and it's his decision. If this mess didn't involve someone you know, there'd be no protest. I'm running the tape. We'll have his job yet. Nora, everyone's against him. Why is he doing it? Ask your speechwriters to explain it, Sid. I stand with Vic. Now I've got work to do. Tonight, you will witness the climax of a police hunt which spelled the end of one gambling ring. Will another rise in its place? Only you can answer that question. Now, the tape. And then look, here's the most important part. Vic, as you can see, is unabashedly, unashamedly in pursuit of justice. He doesn't care. Yes, Jim Lark was his co-worker. Yes, Jim Lark was a reporter just like him. He reported the news. Jim Lark was in charge of telling people the truth, and Jim Lark did not. He deserves no mercy from Vic Sage, and Vic Sage offers him no mercy because in the eyes of the question, Jim Lark committed the worst offense. He lied. And this is where the question really comes through. And then this, in the end, this final panel, where he's telling the public the truth, and you look at these people, one of them is sleeping, one of them isn't even paying attention, and then another one, somewhere, somebody is placing a bet. Gambling. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. All that effort from the question, and nobody cared. But you know what? The question doesn't care either. He is obsessive, and he will continue. He will continue to fight for truth and justice for as long as he lives. Because for the question, it's a very personal quest. He's not doing this to change people. He's doing it simply because it is objectively the right thing to do, which is objectively the reason why most superheroes should do it. Most superheroes are personally motivated. The question is not. His motivations are all internal. It's the right thing to do. He did it. You either take it or leave it. And as we can see, most people left it. And one of them didn't care. There's another gambling den already. And then, hey, Mac, can you place a bet for me? Bah. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Well thought out character. Brilliantly written. One of my favorites. And I want to take it. Oh, also in the next issue, he fights his first supervillain, a flying green guy known as the Banshee. But that's in the next 7-page story or 8-page story or whatever. So that's it. I want to thank you guys for being here and letting me share this with you, letting me explain to you who the question is, what his philosophies are, and this story in particular, because I know it's not like there isn't much high flying. There's not much in the way of superpowers. The question is, he's not very flashy. He doesn't have a super good costume or anything like that. But what he represents is so important that he's one of my favorite superheroes. And if you guys are still listening up to this point, I want to thank you for letting me share him with you and letting me explain him to you. And don't worry, I won't talk for there's still more to come. This is barely page 7 of what's I see 66. So we have 59 more pages of question goodness, more white knuckle action packed fights, and the uncovering of mysteries, supervillains, and all kinds of crazy madness coming up. 59 more pages of that. But yeah, that's it for the initial story. I promise I won't flap my gums on the next one, but really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for reading this one with me. It means a lot to me. It's one of my favorite comics ever. Alright, so this is the point in the story where things start to get weird, because this is when we start to introduce supervillains, which traditionally hasn't been a big part of like the questions, let's say the culture of question stories. He's not suited for supervillains. Now I like it, but I mean, look at this. This is the Banshee. Look at this. The question: on the outskirts of a Midwestern city, the cape works perfectly. After a lifetime of experimenting, I finally succeeded. I can fly. I can fly. Next season, the Flying Dundo will startle the circus world. My act will be internationally acclaimed. And then there's this gentleman over here. The old fool. He really did it. Yeah, he did it. He's freaking supervillain. Gosh darn supervillain. Now, the question isn't really equipped to go after supervillains. He's more like a mystery solver. He's more like dealing with public corruption and things like that. But, well, let's see. We'll just read this, and then you guys will see how he handles a supervillain. The special pouches in the lining catch and hold the helium gas I release from capsules in the cape. My palm pressure device controls the flow of helium, and it's easy to replace the gas that is used. My movement depends on how I utilize the air currents, how I manipulate my body, and increasing and decreasing the cape's spread. It's tricky, but there's no telling what can be done with this cape. Now all it will take is practice, and patience. Dundo! Let me try the cape. Fuck no. Like all pupils, Max, you want what you are not ready for. First, you must master your lessons in that simple glide cape. Study currents, air pressures, glide patterns, and practice. And more practice. He never lets up. I don't want to waste my life as he did, slaving to become a mere circus performer. But that cape, it's a golden opportunity for me. I must have it. I will have it. So as we can see, a crime is about to be committed. That night, Max Bine, whatever that means. Max Bine makes the fatal move. Who's there? Max, stop! Put that cape down. Oh, dear Lord, and he has been murdered. With you gone, Dundo, the pupil will graduate to master, and with the cape, I will have the means to obtain everything I have ever wanted. A short time later, the first of the amazing robberies that are to move across the country take place. I swear he swooped out like a Banshee, and that is his name. His name is the Banshee. So, they've tagged me the Banshee, have they? Well, name calling won't stop me. I mean the Banshee! Ha 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 ha! Yeah, you take that. You take that name. It's a pretty cool name. A Banshee, traditionally a name used to describe a wailing ghost. But, we'll take it here. These small town robberies are quite safe, and they give me the training I need to master the cape. But I'm only picking up small change. The real money is in the big cities, so that's for me, the big time. Here's where I start my fortune. Crown City. Even the name has a wealthy ring to it. Did you hear that? Crown City. 2 nights later at an exclusive jewel exhibit. Humph! Vic Sage shows up after the grand opening. All of his big celebrities, and he never even mentions us in any of his broadcasts. What do you see in him, Celia? Celia loves the hard-to-get types. Uh-oh, do we have a love interest? So you want to know where you stand? Available, Alexei? Excuse me. Ha! She don't love him. Oh, Vic, I'm glad to see you. The crowd is so boring. Dad won't mind if I borrow his favorite newscaster. And then suddenly, that's the Banshee! This is my kind of job. I make a swift, shocking entrance. Strike fast before anyone can react, and be gone while everyone is still in a state of shock. Stop, Vic, but you'll get hurt. Only Vic has his masterful judo training. What? Who? I'm gonna make the Banshee's first Crown City appearance his last. Ah, whatever has possessed Sage? Oh dear, someone should stop them. You can lay off the rough stuff now, Sage. We got him. Wait, that's it? The Banshee's done? Yeah, no need for violence. He knows he's through. See, he stopped struggling. I'll let them think I've given up until they relax their grip. Good, now suddenly, I've released the gas. It will raise me quickly out of their reach. Stop him! What's he doing? Wait, so the Banshee is basically a living hot air balloon? Is that what's going on? He's just using helium to lift his cape up off the ground. That's essentially what's happening here. That's at least what I'm seeing. I won't be pulled down again. I have to beat him to the window. Too late. He's got away. I didn't hit him hard enough to ground him. Yeah, you should have hit him harder. I mean, you're the goddamn question. You can break bricks. Oh, Vic, you were wonderful. Wait, Vic. I can't help you, Celia. I'm not a 3-ring circus for your moods. I have work to do. Oh, wow, I've said that to women before. That's... what a coinkydink. Forget Sage, Celia. Those hard-working types are either too tired or too dull. Yeah, Sage is a fighter, and they all wind up losers. Yeah, there's something to that, I guess. You have us with nothing to do but have a ball. I'll bet if Vic wasn't so stuck on Nora, he'd pay more attention to me. Maybe I can help him become unstuck. Uh-oh. Sounds dangerous and manipulative. That blasted wise guy almost stopped me. Why couldn't he have stayed put like the others? And I dropped the gem, so I came up empty-handed. But I will make up for it. I'm not letting one little bit setback stop me now. There are plenty of opportunities just waiting for me to swoop down and collect. I won't mind up penny pinching, not like Dundo. Meanwhile, at the worldwide broadcasting station, what's the story? Max Biden is the Banshee and he's using Dundee's cape? I believe he'll continue to operate in Crown City, at least I hope so. You want him real bad, don't you, Vic? Yes. For murdering a man better than he was. For destroying a rare inventive mind. For stealing and corrupting a work of art. I want him very badly. That's a fucking good monologue. His past jobs must have been picked from newspaper items. Start making a list of all of our current possibilities and see that the police get a copy. It's a real long shot, but it's all we've got to work on. The following week, the Banshee's luck varies. Oh, I better lay off while the police helicopters are in the area. Ha! There he is! Ah, the question! Yes! The question! It's time for vengeance! There he is! I picked the wrong spot to watch the Banshee struck elsewhere. Haha! The loot is piling up! I knew this town would be good pickings. Oh, I'm too late again! He didn't waste much time. He moves in and out fast! See? This is the thing about the question. He doesn't have any superpowers. You can't catch that guy. You gotta do something smarter. Later, Max Bine packs gear into a local Crown City hotel. To play it safe, I'll keep changing hotels to prevent anyone from getting suspicious of me and tipping off the police. While in the lab of Professor Rodor. Now, if the question is needed, this suit will be ready for a change. Yes, Professor Rodor, he is the scientist that provides the question all of his gadgets. Vic Sage met him, and then Professor Rodor gave him the costume. That was the first gadget, was the mask. That's where he gets the gas that turns him into a different color and everything. I know you like to prepare the gas yourself, Vic, but I figured the Banshee has been keeping you quite busy, so I prepared a supply for you. Thank you, Professor, you're right. I want to nail him before he decides to move on. Consider his mode of operation. You can't do any more than you're doing now. I could come up with a better guess on where he's going to strike next. Meanwhile, that night. The storm sure moved in fast. It wasn't supposed to hit us until late tomorrow. The Banshee won't be out tonight. Hey, wait a minute, there he is! He's heading this way! This job is too big for me to be scared of. I can handle the bad weather. It's time for the question to take over. First, I'll take the mask from my belt buckle. The mask will stick to my face till the gas cements it tight. The wind won't matter. Even a small amount of released gas is enough to start the chain reaction and do the job. There, the change is complete. Now it's time for the question to meet the Banshee. Look at that. He doesn't have his trench coat anymore. Now he has a more... it's more civilized look, a little bit more casual. But it still looks really good. Like, nobody notices Vic Sage standing on a roof like that. Weird. Nice of you gents to gather the gem collection together. Now I can add them to my own. The Banshee! Stop him, somebody! You ain't gonna stop him. You'd come out second best arguing with this. What? Oh, he has a gun. You win, but you won't rest till you're caught, Banshee. Ah, you're right. You're going to be awfully tired because no one has been able to stop me yet, and no one ever will. Guess again. Tonight, Banshee, you begin your pay for your crimes. Oh, who in blazes? Let go of me. Watch out. The wind is sweeping us off. Do something. I can't control the cape. We'll both be killed. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Look at them falling. That's badass. The question doesn't even care. Because like I said, remember, the question can take a punch. The question is a daredevil character who he does not care if he has to die, if he has to be injured. He doesn't care. He is so obsessed with uncovering the truth that he is willing to put his life on the line. And we see that here. Look at him. Free falling 100 stories up, and he does not give a damn. I have to steady him somehow. His waist. You did it. You're stabilizing me. Your added weight is pulling us down slowly. Keep holding my belt or we'll both be killed. Aha, fool. You didn't know how close we were to the rooftop. Oh, shit. Whoever you are, I will fix you for spoiling my... Use your judo. Ah, the wind. It just caught my cape. Oh, shit. Is this going to be his comeuppance? I can't control the cape. You fucking idiot. Oh my god, that is it exactly. That is perfect. Because he didn't want to study. One Dundu told him, you need to study. It's for your own safety, and he said, no, I want the cape now. And now look at him. The Banshee is being blown out to sea. He got what he's deserved. The question isn't even needed anymore. I'll release the gas and turn back to Vic Sage. Later at the WWB, I'm being more than a friend, Nora. You know an ordinary girl like you doesn't have a chance with Vic Sage. Then you don't have a thing to worry about except Vic makes up his own mind. I just don't want to see you get hurt to think about it. Oh my god. Let's go, Nora. That about wraps it up for us tonight. We have the rest of the evening to ourselves. The perfect end to a working day. Yay! Vic and Nora, they're meant for each other, gosh darn it. Because she's the only one that understands his need for justice and his need to be independent. She doesn't even ask him. She doesn't ask. Where do you go at night? Doesn't even matter. He's defeating the Banshee. See, now is that a good answer to your question? That is the question, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. That was a beautiful ending. That idiot didn't know what he was doing, and he ended up getting warped straight out to sea. Who knows? Did he survive? Will he return? I don't think so. I think that's the end of him. Because in the very next issue, we have this. Oh, wait, that's not the next issue. Hey, look! Charlton Action Heroes on sale now. Peter Cannon, Thunderbolt, Judo Master, the Peacemaker. I'm sure you guys know about that guy. And Captain Atom. And introducing the all-new Blue Beetle. Yeah, watch out for the big C on the cover coming soon. Charlton Comics. I fucking love Charlton Comics, guys. I love these characters. These are like my favorite superheroes. And I have all these. I have episodes planned for every single one of these guys. Next up on the list is Blue Beetle, who's going to be uploaded after the question. After you guys are done watching this, I'll upload Blue Beetle. Yeah, but I got all of them. Captain Atom, I actually have 2 episodes for Captain Atom. Peacemaker, Judo Master, Thunderbolt, Nightshade. Nightshade is kind of like Captain Atom's sidekick character. It's a female hero. I have her. I have a story for her. I have a story for the Son of Vulcan. If you guys haven't heard of the Son of Vulcan, oh my god, it's freaking cool. And then Sergeant Steele. So if you guys don't know Sarge Steele, he's cool. He's like James Bond, but he's got a steel metal hand. It's good. They're good stories. Anyway, I fucking love Charlton Comics. Expect more of this shit coming soon. All right. So now we have the next question. What is the question this time? This is unbelievable. How could one of a square construction owners be drowned 6 stories above the street level? Yes, that is the question, isn't it? The night watchman claims he saw a deep sea diver running away from the site. He must have been putting us on. Or is he? Or is this something else entirely? Later, at the offices of a square construction company, 10 years ago, when we were in the salvage business, we got rid of Pike in a faked diving accident. Now it looks like someone is out to get us. But I don't believe in ghosts. Maybe one of you is getting cute again. Or both. We can't risk fighting amongst ourselves. We're all in this together. Someone from the old days might be thinking he knows something and is trying to panic us. Ah, don't forget Vic Sage is digging into our operations, and we've cut quite a few corners. You did? Oh my god. You see, as you can see, as with the first issue, as with the second issue, when the Banshee stole the cape that he didn't earn from Dundee. And now look, the Square Construction Company, they're lying. That's the thing about the question. That is what all of his villains have in common. They are all liars. They are perpetrating an image that they didn't earn with hard work and dedication. Something to think about. They're all liars and hypocrites. We have to act like we have nothing to hide and plan it straight. But Sage, he likes to dig deep. If he comes up with anything, we've been prepared to buy him off. Or fix him another way. That isn't going to work, sir. Vic Sage accepts no bribes. What does he need the money for? What does he need the money for? Meanwhile, at the Worldwide Broadcasting Station, Sage, quit trying to make news. Your job is just to report events that happen. Stop stepping out of line. Sid, you're not qualified to draw boundaries around my job, remember? Sid is the son of the lead editor and owner of the paper. Evers told you I won't deal with you till you pay back that loan. You won't miss it, Sage. You make plenty of sponsors I represent. One word from me, Sage, and my sponsor will drop you. Can you afford to lose that much? Get lost, Evers. till you're ready to pay up. Jesus Christ. I love it. That's the great thing about the question. He doesn't give a damn. He's just like, fuck your social norms. Fuck whatever you have to say. You did something wrong and you're gonna pay up. So don't fucking talk to me until you pay off your loan, you big fat bitch. That's what he says. Okay, money hungry. You'll get your dough. Well, let's see. What's our newest member of the Hate Sage Club can contribute to Sage's downfall? And they all hate him. Realistically, they all hate him because of that. Because he holds people accountable for their actions. It's a really important part of the character. He holds people accountable. He does not care. He does not care. If you lied or if you did something wrong, you have to pay up. Look, Evers, you talk your sponsor into dropping Sage and we'll fix you up with a new show. It's prime time. It's no use, Sid. My stupid sponsor wants Sage, period. He dumped me even before Sage. That's the data, Vic. The boys dug back into a Foursquare operator since they first teamed up. Good then, I'll go over this tonight. Right now I want to see how worried they are over at Foursquare. Meanwhile, later at the Foursquare offices. Alright, Mr. Crane, it's here, but you're the last person we'd want to talk to, Sage, so beat it. You'd be surprised at what he just told me. Meanwhile, at the offices of Mr. Crane, there he is. There's the man. Hold on, go back. There he is. He drowned somebody. He's like a ghost, but he can't be a ghost. There must be an explanation, and I am gonna bet dollars to donuts that the question is gonna figure it out. No, help me, Mr. Crane! Come on, before you're down to only 2 bosses. What happened? Where'd all that water come from? It's a trail. It leads to the other door. You take care of Crane. The diver. I've got a good chance to nab him, but I better not do it as Vic Sage. No, you need the question, bro. He's on the run. You need the question. The question can do the job, then disappear, whereas Vic Sage would be tied up telling and retelling what happened in every inquisitive soul. The mask is on, now to release the gas that will give me an instant change of identity. He's heading for the river, and for someone wearing a diving rig, he moves awfully fast. I've got to stop him before he reaches the end of the pier. He won't go anywhere once he's off his feet. Oh, well, you can kick him. He's not a ghost. He occupies physical form, and my god, look at this fucking beautiful move. Leaping from a... Oh my god. That's one of the things they don't really show in modern Question. It's like, he's an incredible acrobat. He is an absolute martial artist. It's good. It's good stuff. That suit's a fake. A kick by a real lead shoe would have finished me. Ha! What's he trying to drown me with? Water from his gloves? What, water from his gloves? I've managed to release some gas, and it shook him enough to make him look up for a sec. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that's all the time I need. God, I didn't realize we were so close to the edge. He'll get away. Looks like I have competition. Someone else is out to get the Foursquare bunch. Only he doesn't want them in jail, he wants them dead. The information my staff dug up might provide a clue as to the identity of the Diver of Death. I'd better change back to Vic Sage and get a move on. I'm on a race with the killer. That's what you need to do. You need to get the other 2 bosses at Foursquare, throw them in a room together and tell them that they are not allowed to leave until this dude is caught. Sometime later at the offices of Foursquare. How do I really know one of you aren't out to get rid of me? Nuts. How do we know you didn't stage the whole stunt yourself? You're crazy. Did I also plan for Sage to be here? Let's stop needling each other and try to figure out who this diver is and how to stop him and Sage. Meanwhile, that night, the victims mount. Now, number 3. And then the partnership is no more. After I provide the police with their murderer, I'll be safe and rich. I've planned everything perfectly. So it's about money. The ghost wants money. Why am I not surprised? I'm not surprised, but also just a little bit let down. Meanwhile, Old Record shed a few lead. It's the old salvage operations. If any of those divers are around, they could be the key to everything. The question takes over the search. Their salvage operations were somewhere along this deserted dock. Not much chance of finding anyone around, but still. Wait, who's that? I can't see his face, but he's no drifter. He's looking for something. Maybe he's a cop. Or Sage. Well, I can't afford to take any chances, not now. He must die. No! Oh god, straight into the freaking water. Can he breathe underwater? He can. But the question cannot. That sneak attack gave the diver a chance to get a hold of me. I've got to break free. I can't let him hold me down here. If I can, just shove him away with my feet. Yes, that did it. It's so dark down here, he won't know where I've gone. And he hasn't come up. I'd sure like to know where he is. Gone again? That's the old salvage operation shack. It looks like no one has been there for years. Maybe some records. Huh? Strange. His body, it's too rigid to be asleep. He's alive, but he's under a drug? I'm betting he made that diving suit. Bills for parts and equipment. This guy is being made a fall guy. Wait! On the old pad, it's a recently written telephone number? I can't afford to let either of them live. Especially my ex-helper. I'll have to work out a new plan. I was going to put that drugged fool in this suit he made for me, and then killing him, making it look like self-defense. He'd get banned for killing all the others, and I'd be in the clear. Jesus Christ. You gotta get out of there, dude. The floor is rotten. I can break through. I hope the smoke covers our drop. I'm sure the diver is watching to make sure the fire gets us. And we've got to get past him. I'll leave this guy for the firemen to take care of. I can still put blame on Jake. He had a grudge against us until I talked him into this. I can still convince the police he was behind it all. Good, he's leaving. I can't follow him, but if I trace that number... Once I get rid of this suit... Wait a minute. A card hanging from the ceiling? Something appearing. A question. The question. I think that suit will save you from hot water you're in. You're the question, but how? Wait. You're not the law. We can get together. We can make a deal. Me and you in a deal? Ha ha ha! Believe me, I can make it worth your while. Ha 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 ha! You can't give the question what he wants, because you know what the question wants? You know the only thing the question wants? The truth. Look, I've got 100 grand here. It's all yours. Take it. I'll cut you in. I'll make you a full partner. Just you and me. We'll make millions. I love it. He's just laughing. He doesn't even care. He's just laughing nonstop. Turn me down, will ya? Then you'll never leave here alive. Your killing days are over. With you out of the way, nobody will have anything against me. It's out of your hands, Mr. Crane. The guy I pulled out of the fire will talk, and you won't be needing this phony costume any longer. You dirty rat! You can't send me to prison, not now. I own everything. You got it wrong. Prison is not where I want to send you. It's the electric chair. You worked hard to prove you deserve to sit in it. The fool only thought of what he could gain, not what it would cost him if he failed. Now, to call the police. Don't miss the next exciting adventure of the question. It'll be a goodie. My god. Well, obviously, I mean, like, obs, right? Like, obviously, it was that dude was the bad guy because it was only 2 people left. So it's like, obviously, but still, it's not the reveal. It is, as you guys can see, the question is a bona fide 100% straight line. He, more than any other superhero, is just purely incorruptible. And that is beautiful. Now, let's see what's next up. Wait, oh, look at this. Ooh, this is going to be it. I've been thinking of making a Charlton Comics t-shirt because we got one for Atlas Comics. So this is going to be the Charlton Comics t-shirt. Look at that. The Blue Beetle, Peacemaker, Thunderbolt, Judo Master, and Captain Atom. You want superheroes? Action heroes. We got them. 5 of them to be exact, and they're not half bad. No, they're not. I could take this. I can, fix it up a little bit. Slap that baby on a t-shirt. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, this time we have... Revenge is the reason why a killer has been hired and the order given. Kill Vic Sage. Yeah, I mean, get in line, buddy. There's nobody out there who doesn't want to kill Vic Sage. Like, they hate him so much. They hate him because he speaks the truth. But this person might come close. Look, he's got a gun. The West River section of Crown City. There, that must be Sage. He fell for the phony hot tip that we called in. Uh-oh. It's a plot! And we got him. Hey, this ain't Sage. Who or what is he? Looks like he's wearing some sort of mask. Could be someone Sage sent in his place. We'd better take him to Arbo. You fools! That's the question. I'm a wanted man and you idiots bring him here? Ma, if he should. Calm down. We've got him tied up, ain't we? Now let's find out who he is. Hey, wait a minute. I can't get this mask off him. Yeah, it's glued to his fucking face. The question... He's worse than a lousy cop. Damn straight. Cops give up. The question doesn't. The card's in his wallet. Says his name is Nick Rager. He's from out of state. Well, Mr. Rager, you may not be the one I'm after, but it looks like we got us a mighty nice catch anyway. That's one thing in my favor. The gas that cements the mask to my face also changes the printing of those chemically treated cards. I doubt that, but yeah, I'll give it to him. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've had to suspend disbelief for. I get paid to knock off punks like Sage, but I'm gonna take care of this one for free. Open the trap doors, boys. The question's about to get paid back for all the guys he's turned in. Uh-oh. Some idiot wants my attention. I still haven't gotten a look at this hired killer's face, and time is running out. So much for one pest. Now we've got to figure another way to get that 2-bit newscaster. They don't even realize that that's him. I've got to get out of this and find out who wants Vic Sage dead. Oh my gosh. This is crazy, dude. We're already getting into it. Oh look, it looks like he's got a gadget. So far so good. The landing impact broke the chair. And now I'm free. Now if only this platform made out of chair parts holds. Yes, it works. I need a rope now, and the strap section of my belt will do nicely. It was designed to unravel in one piece. By tying the rope I was bound with around these chair parts and attached to my line, I've got just the tool I need. There, I got it at last. The chair pieces are getting to wedge between the pipe and the wall. If they hold fast, I'll be able to climb up and out. So his belt comes off and then the wire comes off and it turns into a rope. That's cool. Because if you guys ever go to like those sports supply stores, they actually have that kind of thing where it's like, it's one piece of fabric, but if you untie it, it turns into a fairly long piece of rope, which I don't know. I'm not outdoorsy enough to know what you could possibly use that for, but apparently it saved the question's life right now, so it's okay in my book. No voices nor sounds. It's safe to come out. They're gone, but unknowingly they did give me Vic Sage that hot tip. Now at least I know someone's out to finish me off. I know that, but that's all I know. I have no idea who's behind this, who that hired killer is, or even the names of those muscle men. In other words, I have no leads, and in that case there's only one thing left to do. I'm playing sitting duck. But this one sitting duck who's going to be on guard. I wonder who wants him dead. I mean, it could be anybody. Realistically, I'm surprised. Is this the first time that the question has had to deal with hired killers? I think he'd be always in somebody's crosshair. The next day at the offices of the Worldwide Broadcasting Company. Look at those pickets, Sage. Sage creates nothing but mad publicity. He's making the whole station look bad. What do they say? Sage against society. Let's see. The Women's League, the VPS Society Rights Committee. Everybody hates Sage. Everybody hates Sage. So that's what it is. Everybody hates Vic Sage, and so now he has to deal with hired killers. I'm not shocked. You've got to do something, Sid. This is embarrassing us all. Keep after your father and get him to dump Sage. Why does he have to stir up so much trouble? With this many people against him, he must be wrong. Just because everybody believes it doesn't mean it's true. And that's kind of the point of it. Everybody thinks Sage is a bad guy, but nobody even can possibly comprehend that he goes out at night fighting criminals and dispensing justice. Everybody just thinks he's an asshole. Sorry, boys. My father says that it's Vic's show and he can run it as he likes. We'll just have to force Vic to back down himself for the good of us all. Anything goes. We've been unsuccessful in trying to get the sponsor to drop Sage. What else can we do? I repeat, rights can only belong to individuals. Groups by themselves have no rights. The rights belong to the individuals within the group, and no man nor group has the right to forcibly violate another man's rights. He may do so just as he may kill, but by no stretch of the imagination has he the right to do so. That sounds logical. Like, I feel like the question's philosophy, as outlandish as it may appear to some people, I think there is a through line of logic there. You know, he's not, well, he's quoting a lot of, like, he's quoting a lot of objectivism from, like, Ayn Rand, but I don't know. That's a whole nother thing entirely, because Ditko was really big into it, and he's based off of A. A is always A. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sid, whatever you decide to do to him, we're behind you 100%. I'll give him one last chance to publicly apologize and then stay in line. If he refuses this time, you'll do what? What are you going to do? Speaking to the microphone. Speaking to the microphone, please. What are you going to do? Here he comes. His broadcast is over. Sage, I want to talk to you, and this time you're going to listen. Mr. Sage, I was told to give you this package once you got off the air. From now on, your broadcasts are going to avoid controversy. We can't afford to do that. Uh-oh. Don't like the sound of this. I never figured the killer would go this far. What is it? Hey, come back. Oh shit, it's a bomb. Hey, come back here. I haven't finished with you yet. It's a good thing this is a blind side of the building. What are you doing? Have you gone mad? Sid, that was a bomb! A bomb! Sage, what are you getting us mixed up in? You failed again, Arbo, and I won't stand for another such failure. This next time you're going to take care of him where I can watch him die. God damn it. That's fucking nuts, dude. That's fucking crazy. They tried to blow him up with a bomb. This is the last straw, Sage. You could have gotten us all killed. Either stop making trouble or we'll find some way to get you off the air. That was close. I've got to get to the man behind this before he tries something else. Vic, I hired you because I like your way of thinking. You see things in black and white. You're not afraid to challenge the public's view and stimulate us all to rethink our issues. When I signed you, I thought I was prepared for all sorts of opposition, protests, threats, but not violence. I can't expect anyone to face violence, not for me. No one can force me to face violence, but neither can they stop me from facing it. That is my decision. What's up to you is whether or not I'm allowed to continue broadcasting. I can't very well turn you down, Vic. I know you're standing up to this violence for the same reason you're opposed to murder and prejudice, because it's wrong. I haven't stopped you before, so I'm not about to stop you now. But be careful. I just checked with the police. There's still no leads on the blast, but now what? Everyone, take off early and get a good night's sleep. In the morning, we're going to start digging, and we're not going to stop till we get the animal who was behind that attack. You go, Sage, you get him. And I have to start somewhere. I'll go through my files and make out a list of the people who have a grudge against me. The staff can check them tomorrow. I guess right now I can eliminate those who have no underworld connections. But as the question. I told the police about the hired killer being after Vic Sage, but it looks like they didn't take me seriously. They probably think the bomb was thrown by some crank, like one of the people who were picketing the station. Suddenly the phone. Sage, listen, and do exactly as I say, or else you'll never see your pretty little secretary again. Understand it here, and I'll let you speak to her. Oh, shit. They got her. They got Nora? Those psychotic bastards. Does their evil no end? Okay, cutie. Tell your boss to play ball. Hey, what are you doing? Turn back here. You're gonna talk to him, you hear me? I said talk now. Okay, have it your way. I'll just have to loosen your mouth for you. Come on, say something or I'll keep this up till you start screaming. Oh my god, she's like, no, fuck you. She has a choice, alright? She has a choice and she's choosing not to participate. And that takes balls, dude. She's a winner. Vic Sage, you better lock that girl down. She's a winner. This is no joke. I recognize that voice. It's the hired killer, alright. Okay, scum. Knock it off. I believe that you've got her. Now what do you want? Your closed mouth routine didn't work, cutie. Alright, Sage. I'm gonna give you this address. You're to come here alone and no tricks. I have people watching. No, Vic, please come. Please don't come. Oh, God. Good work, Arbo. At last I will have my revenge. So you're the one behind this. But who are you? Why are you doing this? Why? Because Vic Sage deserves to die. My name is Nat Cat. Years ago, I worked in the city's purchasing office. Sage was only a newspaper reporter back then. He caught me juggling purchasing orders and taking kickbacks. He exposed me and I was sent to prison. But I swore that someday I'd get even. So you did something wrong. And now you're angry because you got caught doing something wrong. Well, you sure are a poor, mistreated soul, aren't you? Yeah, what is... And you're a real man of virtue too, aren't you, Mr. Cat? That's why you hired those killers, to pay Vic back for something he had every right to do. Shut up! It's his own fault. He deserves everything he gets. He didn't have to pry into my affairs. I even offered him a cut. No one forced him to turn me in. Yeah, sure. And who forced you to steal in the first place? And who forced you to hire these killers? You certainly are a sick man, Mr. Cat. Shut up! Shut up or I'll do it! Relax, Cat. She'll get hers. Now we wait here. Here comes Sage. I'll keep the boys on the lookout and make sure he's alone. You see that? You see how there's absolutely no mercy. There's absolutely no... It's 100%. There's a line. Clearly, the question represents a line between truth and lies. This is true of like Ditko's Mr. A as well, except those stories, because they didn't go through an editor, they come off more as like a sermon, you know? And it's kind of, I hate to say it, but Mr. A, when you read it, it's kind of distasteful, but I love the question because the question really rides the line without going over it. You get the picture, you get the point, but never does it become a sermon, you know? It doesn't preach to you. Nora, are you all right? I see they tied you up. What's the matter? Were they afraid you'd be too tough to handle? Sage, I've waited a long time for this. Remember me? I swore I'd get even with you. Remember, Sage? I never forgot. Your song is familiar, but then I've heard so many whine about it. Oh, Vic, you should not have come. My name is Nat Cat. Nat K? No, Nat Cat. You still don't remember me. Do I have to beat it back into your memory? You weren't important enough for me to remember. Oof. Scalding burn. Arbo, keep your gun on the girl. Even if Sage tries to strike back, you shoot her. This is it. My move. It has to be right the first time. What are you going to do? What is he going to do? How are you even going to get out of this? I can't let them do this to Vic. Now, Sage, I'm going to refresh your memory. Oh, shit. She gave him the karate kick. Good girl. Arbo didn't expect Nora to act. His eyes were on me. Yes. Capitalize on it. Stay back. Don't hit me. Keep away from me. Oh, look, instantly a coward. Instantly he turns into a coward. I'd sure like to take back those two, but Nora's safety comes first. So it looks like I'll have to bring the smoke bomb into play. Yeah. Ooh, smoke bomb. Uh-oh, the smoke screen won't stop a bullet. Blast that cat in his games. We should have knocked those two off right away. What is it? Oh god, it's the cops. Vic, I take it all back. I'm glad you showed up with the police. Arbo, where are you? We gotta get out of here. Jesus Christ. Captain Lash should have the place surrounded. They won't get away. Vic, Nora, are you okay? Sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Vic, but we had to nab the lookouts first so they wouldn't alarm the other two. Speaking of the other two, where are they? Did you get them? Captain, they gave us the slip. We couldn't see them in the smoke. There's a staircase to the roof, and the cellar has several exits, one leading to a sewer. We have no idea which they took. Get moving, cover the entire area. We have got to get them. That's crazy. Did he get away? We better give you some protection, Vic, just in case they try that again. Dude, I can't fucking believe he got out of that shit. I thought for sure that this would be the end of him. No need, Captain. They won't be bothering me now that they've been exposed. Besides, they're going to be too busy trying to keep from being caught. I want to check into this a bit on my own, Cap. I have some leads to chase down, but I'll keep in touch. Okay, Vic, but don't go trying any more rough stuff unless, of course, you have Nora along to give you a hand. Or rather, a foot. Ha 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 ha. Mind if I tag along, Vic? It's still my night off. No, not anymore, it isn't. You've had your fun. Now get back to the studio and round up the staff. I want everyone on hand when the case winds up. I will do. Tell you the truth, Vic, a little work is going to be nice and relaxing after what I've been through. Meanwhile, a short time later, the way I see it, those two probably escaped through the sewers. And if I'm right, they're sure to show up here where the tunnel converges before dumping into the river. Then the creations of Professor Rodar are brought into play as Vic Sage prepares to transform himself into the Question. First, a compressed mass is removed from the belt. The plastic constructed allows free breathing and clear vision. It's pressed against Vic's face. The chemical treatment will soon cause it to be cemented into place, and then the gas is released. A multitude of chemical reactions begin, and almost instantly the transformation is complete. Where once stood Vic Sage, now stands the Question. Now, to make sure those two have had their last crack at me in any identity. These tunnels distort every sound. There's too many echoes. Even the sound of running water seems to be coming from every direction. Wait a minute. What's that? Rats? No, those are voices and footsteps. But which direction are they coming from? I should never have listened to you, Cat. You fouled up everything. Shut up. It was your fault. You let that girl make a chimp out of you. That's them. Get 'em! Oh, it's the Question, but I thought you were dead. I'll let them come to me. No, it's too late. I'm not close enough. And they're going for their guns. Make a dive. Come on, Cat. What are you waiting for? Shoot 'em! Yeah, on the ground, quick. What's he trying to do? Oh my god, it's a fucking double kick. Look at that. There, that puts these rats right where they belong, in the sewer. Oh my god, and the current takes them. So tell me your problems. You can swing over on the pipes and pull us out, but hurry. Come on. You have to save us. You must. You're both crazy if you think I'd risk my neck to save the likes of you. As far as I'm concerned, you're just so much sewage and you deserve to be right where you are. You're inhuman. You can't leave us here. You've no right. It's your fault we're here and you must save us. It's your duty. My duty? Duty to whom? I sure don't wish these two any luck, but they just might survive their trip to the river. I'd better call Captain Lash so he can pick them up either way. Plot and art by who? None other than Steve Ditko. Yeah, that's why. Steve Ditko is really, he does sermonize in these stories, but yeah, it's not as bad as Mr. A. It's got definitely more flavor than Mr. A. Mr. A is just pure, bitter objectivism, and it's just, Oh my god. Oh my god, enough. It makes you like, you're like, enough, please. Can I have a story instead of a sermon? But yeah, in this one you get a story and it's a little bit of a sermon, but there's sermonizing going on, but it's nourishing. It's a nourishing story, you know? They did try and kill him. They are hired killers. Hired killers trying to kill a man. Little did they know that that man is actually a superhero. Ended up getting payback. Too bad for them. Alright, now what do we got? Let's see. His secret known only to Professor Rotor. Vic Sage assumes the identity of the Question to help fight against injustice. Plot and art by Steve Ditko. Very nice. Very, very nice. I like it. Boris Ebar visits Sid Starr at the Worldwide Broadcasting Company. Oh god, what are these guys up to? This painting is a present for you, Sid. When I saw it, I knew a man like you would love to have it. A man who understands the finer point of culture and humanity. I'm sure you recognize it as a true masterpiece and can see its symbolism as pure genius. I really appreciate this, Boris. Yes, I can see it. It really is all you say. It is a very moving, very enlightening, deep feeling, and yes, you understand it represents man's inhumanity to man. The refusal of man to help his fellow man. That brilliant stroke. A cigarette butt. It symbolizes that a man spends his wealth on his own comforts rather than to give it to others. The real attached can is pure genius. It proves the reality, the truth of all. What? What the fuck? Yes, that's the way I see it too, Boris. If there is anything I could do for you, just let me know. There is one thing. It's more of a favor to you. It's about an announcer that is a disgrace to your fine network. Okay, but I got to show this around first, Nora. Look at this masterpiece I got from Boris. I'll show you one Vic gave me. We can compare them. This one presents a different view of man. What do you think, Sid? Boris, I'd like to hear it. Oh, Jesus. He just drew himself. He fucking drew himself. Vic Sage. Vic Sage fucking just painted himself. He's just like, look. He's like, look, Nora, I'm giving you this painting of a very masculine man. And it's a painting of himself. That's good. I mean, if you had a choice between some homeless man or being like this, being like a strong dude, I don't know. I get you. Why wouldn't you ever pick being homeless? I don't get that. It's foolish. You just pick being strong. Just be strong. I don't know. But that more or less is kind of the philosophy. How dare you show me that? I denounce it as a childish lacing in any aesthetics. It's an insult to man and humanity. How does it insult man? Explain. If you can't feel it, then you'll never understand. You can't explain the human heart. How could anyone feel anything but disgust about that trash? You should listen to Boris, Nora. He knows. His reputation as an art critic is not to be questioned. Besides, what does Sage know? You brought that painting because I denounced it. You put her up to embarrass me, didn't you? Ah, you flatter yourself. I didn't buy anything to please or displease or anyone else. I decide things for myself. That's weird. You see, there's a little bit of a sermon in there. The Question has a little bit of a sermon. He's like making points. Like it's clear that Ditko wants the reader to learn things from this or like to get ideas from this. And in that sense, The Question is very much like a propaganda piece. It's very much trying to sell you on an idea or a philosophy, which, I don't know. As far as philosophizing goes, The Question's philosophy ain't so bad. He hates crime. He's a pretty strong dude. He values honesty over lies. I don't see anything wrong with that. Sid, Sage has an evil soul. You must get rid of him. He'll destroy one as humane as you. Don't I know it? But tell me how I can do it. I tried every way I could to have him fired. Later, at Ebar's apartment. That blasted painting. Why did Sage have to bring it into my life again? I wanted to be through with it forever. Now my mind won't stop seeing it. Why did it have to exist? Why won't it leave me alone? What is so special about that painting? It keeps accusing me. It makes me think of when I felt like No. I must not think about then, but the painting keeps reminding me. I'll never be free of it until it is destroyed. It must be destroyed. It must! So later, in a West Side alley, and then we get the other half sections of the $500, and when we do the job, okay, where do we deliver the painting to? You don't. You burn it. I want it completely destroyed. When I hear it has been taken, I will mail the other half of the money, and don't you fail. Presently at Nora's apartment. Oh, fuck. They're gonna rob Nora? Dude, that's the Question's girlfriend, man. He's gonna fucking destroy you guys. Did you forget something, Vic? What? Get out! No! Oh, God. No, Dame. Orders me. Come on, let's get that painting and blow. Too bad I didn't stay with Nora a little longer, but I'm glad I followed these two suspicious goons up from the alley and was ready as the Question. Oh, did you see? You don't fuck with Nora, man. The Question's probably around somewhere. Get him, Bo. I can't hold him. Your name is Bo? Are you serious? What is that short for something? Bovine? What's that? What is Bo short for? Bernard? No. He's like a crazy man, but I'll drop him for good. You're the scum that likes to hit women. And I won't miss this time. Beat it, Bo. We gotta get out of here. This guy's too wild even for us. Nora's okay. She's coming too. She was just knocked out. I'd better get after those two. Yeah, they split up, but this one will do just fine. I need some answers and you'll provide them. You two came for a painting. Which one? Who sent you? As if you didn't know, Question. I'm gonna wager a guess that he already knows what they're there for. He just wants to see if they're gonna tell the truth. I'll smash. Oof. Let me go. I'm not talking and you can't make me. I'll release the gas. That makes me the Question. It won't affect my appearance and it will give me the effect that I want. Suit yourself, then you'll never talk to anyone again. Hey, what are you gonna do? What's this stuff? Oh my god, he's scary. He's doing a Batman tactic, trying to scare him. Talk before it's too late for you. Okay, it's a painting of a guy standing on jagged rock all around. I don't know who hired us. I swear I don't. Oh, he's so scared I couldn't hold on, but he told me enough to figure out who's behind it. It's Boris Ebar, OBS. Now I have to prove it! Later, at the lab of Professor Rodor. That's my idea. If it can be done, it'll force Boris's hand, and then I'll be able to watch his next move and catch him red-handed. Yes, Vic, it shouldn't be any problem. It won't take long. I've got some glass tubing you can use as a blowgun. Good, then I'll tack these things up and get the spray ready. This solution will dry immediately. Once you start the reaction, it will be instantaneous. Also, colorless and odorless, you have the pellets and the tubing. Yes, I'm all set. Oh, how I wish I could see Sage's face when he learns the painting's gone. But when I help Sid get rid of Sage, I'll be there to have my last laugh. Huh? Yes, it's someone at the door. It is Sid. What is this? It is a figure from the painting, but how? No one on the wall. Oh my god. He's being haunted now. Except it's the Question. What? It's gone. But it was there. I swear it was there. Did I really see it? That accursed painting won't give my mind peace. Why won't it leave me alone? No, there it is again. Oh, nice. He's going for the psychological torment. How could it be here? How could I see it? But I didn't. But I did. It's gone. It is gone. The painting won't give me any peace of mind. It won't let me escape. It knows I betrayed it. I joined those who claimed this is a world that we never made. That we can't help it. It's not our fault. We're innocent. But that cursed painting keeps asking why. Why didn't I? Someone has to keep giving the world shape and direction, yet I took no part in it. I let others do as they wish, and I hate what they made me for. I never questioned or judged what was right. I accepted what others said was right. Stop. Stop accusing me. I couldn't help it. I tried and failed. I had to give in. What else could I do? He won't be able to take much more of this. You don't understand. It's too difficult. Why must I be the one? Gone again, but it will be back. As long as that painting exists, it will remind me of what I let myself become. I can't wait. I must destroy that painting myself. Only then will I find peace. What does the painting represent? Does it represent like his weakness? Is that what it is? He's just ashamed of himself? Oh, a sword dagger. It really set him off. Yeah, oof, a sword dagger. Hey, look, what's that? Get after him. It's the fucking question, Obs. Oh, I shouldn't have changed. I shouldn't have changed to Vic inside. Yeah, I can't lose them. So there's only one way to smoke them off the question. Make him disappear. They'll have no interest in just Vic Sage. What? Hey, did you see? Yeah, a guy with no face. He went out of the window. Boy, he must be a human fly to take that way out. We're 20 stories up. That delay gave Boris a head start, and I can't even take time to call Nora. Oof, what's gonna happen? Oh my god, he's there. He's at Nora's apartment. Where's the painting Sage gave you? It must be destroyed. You want to destroy my property? You don't understand. It won't leave me alone. It won't stop accusing me. It must be destroyed. It's the only way I'll find peace. I have it. It's right here. Destroy it. I'll pay anything you ask. Just destroy it now, please, for my sake. I won't destroy this art to satisfy your emotional exercises. All clear. Come on, or we'll never get to the rest of the dough. I should never have let you talk me into coming back. I'm still shaking from that guy. Oof. Here we go. Here's the question. Oh, I better take them on before they get to Nora's room and join Boris. Oh, man. Here it comes again. The question is the last person they expect or want to see again. Yes, look at that. That's cool. Look at it. It's like a cloud, and then he just jumps from the cloud. Boom, he got some. Someone is coming. Oh, no, please don't. Stay back. He came after me again. You mean you weren't lying? He did. Yes, he fucking did. They're too scared to put up a fight, so he won't be getting up after this. And you'll also stay down. I didn't lose much time. It will be better if Boris faces Vic Sage in the showdown. And if he's done anything to Nora or the painting... Oh, fuck. Here we go. Please don't force me. Don't make me do it. I'll pay you to destroy it. I'm not a hired accomplice to any crime. Any force will start from you. You want the painting destroyed, you alone will have to do it. Well, Boris, it's up to you. Your terror brought you here. Wait, there's no painting there. What you can't bear to face is within your reach to destroy. What stops you? The figure on the canvas. Shut up, and do not try to interfere. What's going on? I'll show you. Stop. Stop scaring. Stop staring. Stop accusing me. I didn't mean to betray you. I tried to be like you. You expected too much of me. Why won't you let me lie to myself? Why don't you keep making me see what I let myself become? Stop it. I must destroy you to destroy the proof of what I once wanted to be. Why cover your eyes now, Boris? You blinded yourself a long time ago. You've been going through life refusing to see, refusing to know. You act now physically as you did then. Mentally, now I'll find peace. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I didn't mean to. Forgive me. This is where the ruckus is. Vic Sage, we got two outside. I guess you can explain it all. That rotten Sage, he's going to tell everyone about me and Boris. No matter where I go, I'll have people whispering about me, hating me. He didn't even mention Ibar. He's making me sweat till the trial, that devil. I know him. He wants to disgrace me, so my father will pick him instead of me to take over. I've got to stop him somehow. That's it, Nora. The rest of the evening is ours. So, what did he see in the painting? I guess... So, was it a self-portrait? It was a self-portrait of himself as a younger man, and he's ashamed because now he's older and weaker? Or he didn't become the person that he wanted to be? He didn't become that person? Is that what it is? It's some kind of insecurity. You see, that's the thing with Ditko. You can even see in some of his dialogue, he is sermonizing. Like, look at this. Why cover your eyes now, Boris? You blinded yourself a long time ago. You've been going through life refusing to see, refusing to know. You act now physically as you did then mentally. People don't fucking talk like that unless they're giving a fucking sermon. In this situation, he wouldn't be saying that. Well, Boris, it's up to you. It's your terror that brought you here. What you can't bear to face is within your reach to destroy. What stops you? Like, that's not how people talk. There's no casual jargon in any of this. It is very much like a sermon. But I find it at least marginally entertaining. So, God, I fucking love the question so much. But that would be it for the back end question stories. Now we have this. This is called Mysterious Suspense, aka the return of the question. So in the back issues of Blue Beetle, that's where we had the question stories. There's 5 of those, and there's 5 stories of the question. Those are all 5 of those stories, but the question didn't end there. Charlton tried to launch a series called Mysterious Suspense, and in their first issue, they decided to sell it with the return of the question, because he was a pretty popular character. I mean, people at least liked him. There's Ditko, and this is an original cover from Ditko, and man, it is beautiful. Look at that. That is, mwah! Get that hanging on my wall. That is beautiful. Anyway, let's see what's up with this. This is an actual story. It's not a back end issue. It's an actual, like, 25-page The Question epic. So let's see what wonderful story they give us, because this is it. This is the last of the question stuff. After this, there's no more until, like, I think there's no more until DC Comics takes over. I'm pretty sure. But I love question, and I'll tell you right now, if you guys have any question stories that you want, send them to me. Dude, I will read them. I fucking love the question. We're back, readers, because so many of you asked. See, people love the question. The question. Here once more he is, bringing you the answers to a whole new book-length mystery. Uh-oh. What is it? Look at that. Boom, pow. It is the question. Fuck yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. Fucking beautiful. What is the greatest battle an individual must fight? It is against the mystic terrors of the unknown dimensions. It is against the horde of alien beings from outer space, or against foreign armies or criminal conspiracies. No. The great battle you or any person must constantly fight is not any of those. What then is man's greatest battle? Part 1. That is the question. What is man's greatest battle? And if we are to believe that the question is half the man that he says he is, he's gonna give us the gosh darn answer before this is over. Okay, Max Crow is one of the biggest racketeers in the state. No one's been able to get anything on him, and I can see why. He did everything he could to make sure he wasn't followed to that meeting. Now, who is he? Great Scott! Jason Ord? What a respectable businessman, doing with a scum like Crow. Too bad. I can't hear what they're saying. It looks like a payoff. Is it blackmail? No, these two act like they're celebrating. They're mixed up in something, and it has to be crooked. Then so is the respectable Jason Ord? Ord's worse than Crow. Ord using an unearned reputation to deceive the decent people he deals with. And I'm going to expose him for what he is. And that is perfect. Because, remember, for the question, the greatest kind of scum, the greatest kind of criminal is like the criminal who, for all outward appearances, pretends to be a blue-collar man. So he hates criminals, he hates thugs, he hates gangsters, but he understands that they're at least being honest. But these kind of people, the kind of people who pretend to be upstanding citizens, while behind people's backs they're causing like untold corruption to the city, because from the question's perspective, that hurts people. And the question is kind of a certain flavor of blue-collar hero. I mean, you can tell because he doesn't have any superpowers. He's a street-level vigilante. But that is very important. The question is for the people. In that sense, he is kind of a utilitarian hero. He wants what's best for as many people as possible. And in order to do that, he has to cut out the corruption. Very cool. While at the Worldwide Broadcasting Company, Be practical, Mr. Fry. Don't renew your contract with Sage. He's too controversial. Your product dropped 3 points because of him. We can fix you up with a nice family show. Listen to Sid, Sage. Can't help you, but we can. We can take good care of you. Okay, maybe you know what's best. Maybe Sage is responsible for my low sales. Whoops, excuse me. Your product dropped 3 points. What is his product? What is the sponsor? They keep talking about Sage's sponsor, but they don't say what he is. Now you're being smart. You know he is. He never cared about you or your product. You're helping us get rid of him, and we won't forget it. Vic, I'm not renewing with you. There's nothing personal in it. It's just one of those things. You don't owe me an explanation. It's your money, Mr. Fry. You can spend it any way you please. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Conditions have changed. We have to be practical. Opportunities are short-range things. One question. Did you come to this decision by yourself? What difference does it make? Why shouldn't I take the best deal I can get? You said it yourself. It's my money. If you're spending your earned money on what others decide you should buy, are you getting what you want? Is it really even your money at that point? Haha! Sage is gonna have a tough time finding a sponsor replacement, Mr. Fry. This calls for a celebration. Yeah, a guy's gotta be a little weak in the head even to think of sponsoring him. Some other time, Sid. I have to get back to the office. The party's over, Sid. The Soda Pop King is here. They say he wants to sponsor Sage. Really? For the Soda Pop King? Oh no. If Sage lands that account, we'll have the power to fire all of us. Why? Well, I guess Soda Pop is a huge product. We have to foul up that deal somehow. Vic, I need you to meet Jason Ord. The Soda Pop King is interested in sponsoring you. Nope. 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 Oh man, you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jason Ord has no idea. No idea how bad he just fucked up. This is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful to watch this. Mwah! Watching him fall from grace. A pleasure, Vic. Put her there. Mr. Ord's not acceptable as my sponsor. What's going on? I don't like this kind of joke from anyone. It's no joke. I don't want you as my sponsor. I know what the fuck you're doing, motherfucker. You and your goddamn secret criminal organization. Yeah, he's a secret gangster. He's Scarface, but he doesn't have the scar on his face. Let me straighten this out, Mr. Ord. There's some kind of misunderstanding here. Go ahead. Wise him up and keep him in line, because I'm going to want complete satisfaction from him. Vic, this is intolerable. Jason Ord? And you treat him like he's a plague? Why? This is something I can't prove yet, but I got it from a good source. I trust that Ord is tied in with Max Crow. Honest men don't deal with known thieves. It can only lead to corrupting that which is honest. I intend to prove Crow and Ord are two of a kind. Since I know what to do, I won't be tied to Ord. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, what was that thing that Rorschach said? Because remember, all of the Charlton heroes were repurposed for Watchmen characters. And in Watchmen... Oh god, hold on, I sneezed. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, so remember in Watchmen, Rorschach is an analog for the question, what does Rorschach say? Rorschach says, never compromise. That's Rorschach's like catchphrase. Never compromise even in the face of Armageddon. So, there it is right there. Honest men don't deal with known thieves. It's not my contract, but you said I have the right to okay my sponsors. You're not legally bound to honor it. There it is. There it is again. Listen, it's your company. If you choose this, then I will go with it. It can't be. Ord has always been above suspicion, blast it. Your information must be wrong. No, I'm positive of my information, but I don't expect you to accept it without proof. You lost Fry. And now you're refusing Ord? The network could lose the whole Ord account because of your attitude with an unprovable charge. It's not in my contract, but you said I have the right to okay my sponsors. You're not legally bound to honor it. A man's a fool to accept things on faith. You can only decide about Ord on what you know or can prove, and I can't ignore what I know. You don't make charges recklessly. I have to leave town for a few days. I'll decide what to do when I get back. By then, Ord's going to be in prison because the question is going to blow this case wide open. It's all true, Sid. It leaked out. Everyone knows what Sage did by now. We couldn't have done a better job on him than he did to himself. Come on. It's fun time. Everybody's all happy because Vic is going to... See, that's what... They should show more of this. Like, if they ever make a question movie, which they won't because people find this to be quite distasteful, but if they ever made a question movie, I want that. I don't want him to be friends with his coworkers. I want everybody to hate him. If you're smart, you'll look for new jobs before the stain of Sage marks you for life. Your high and mighty one is about to crumble. Nora, I could use a spare secretary and I'll be more fun than Sage. Oh man, don't say that. She loves that boy. Al, what's the name of those things that crawl to trouble spots so they can get their thrills abusing victims? They're called cytics. I could point out some of the more vulgar specimens. I'll have the last laugh. I'll blacklist all of you. When they can't find victims, they feed on themselves. Whoa. Is that part of objectivism? That's brutal. That's a brutal thing to say. Sid may be right. We're on the spot this time. Vic is bucking Sam himself. And if Vic gets it, we go down with him all the way. So Al, Vic is wrong. We've all had it. What else does your crystal ball foretell for us? Okay, let's stick to the facts, and that is we're suddenly riding on a collision course to disaster, and we don't know why. What reason could anyone have to turn down Ord? Oh, I see. Vic knows. Vic knows, but he doesn't have the proof. That's the problem here. So the question needs proof. He can't tell anybody, because if he told anybody that Ord was secretly operating a criminal underworld, then everybody would put together that Vic Sage and the question of the same person. So he technically can't talk about it. But that's kind of goes against his own philosophy, doesn't it? Because Vic Sage's philosophy is that right is right and wrong is wrong. It shouldn't make a difference if he gets outed as the question or not. That should make no difference at all. He should do it anyway because objectively it's the right thing to do. No, hold it there. I want this settled now. If I ever suspected blind obedience of any of you, I'd have fired him. No one here owes me anything. Anyone who wants the best will be glad to have any one of you working for them. That's not what we want to hear, Vic. Just give us the facts like you've always done. We've never been neutral before. Tell us what the battle is all about, and we'll decide for ourselves what we should stand for. But I can't tell them that, after I am the source of information on Ord. Okay, you all know I've been after Max Rowe. Well, Vic feels on his staff. And on that alone, you're going after Ord. If your charge leaks out to the public before you can prove it, you'll be denounced by everyone. Yeah. Okay, so... Okay, but he did it. Okay, he told them. He told them that Ord is absolutely a criminal. And that he's secretly running a criminal organization. So now they know. So now when the question comes, aren't they going to put together that Vic Sage and the question of the same person? Ord's influence reaches the government circles. You realize the kind of pressure he can put on the network, on you, on all of us. I know Crow and Ord must be brought to justice. Don't worry, I won't use anyone on the investigation unless he wants to be. When the heat gets turned on, the flames won't spare any of us. No matter where we stand, we'll get burned. Crow's a clear issue. Everyone knows he's a crook. You go after him and you're a public hero. But it's Ord. It's suicide. I think Vic's making the fatal mistake that a lot of people have been praying he'd make. Is he? Is he going too far? Has the question finally gone too far? They're really building it up. They really put, Ditko really put a lot of effort into, building this up for being, the last question story. Is he gonna die? He's not gonna die. There's no way he dies. What does Sage think he is, turning me down? No one does that to Jason Ord and gets away with it. Sage is going to regret what he did. I'm going to break him. Before I'm through, Sage will come crawling to me to sponsor him. Then, Mr. Sage, it'll be my turn. We hate your guts, Sage, but you're one of us, so for your own good, give in. Just this once, or they'll make you wish you had. What do you have to lose? Bend a little? Everyone does. It doesn't matter who's right. Give a little, take a little, play it safe. It's to your benefit. You're talking to the wrong person. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Why, gentlemen, should I this one time accept poison in my food? You ask what I have to lose by poisoning my system? You say it doesn't matter that I should bend from trying to keep healthy? That it's to my benefit to accept any form of poison, whether it's to my body or to my mind? Ah, that guy twists everything. He won't face the facts of life. No, he makes them too clear. We hate him because he's fighting the battle we ran out on before it ever started. He won't give in, so what is wrong after we refuse to stand up for what is right? There's the sermon again. I'm not an unreasonable man, Sid. It's the principle of it. I want Sage to apologize to me for his behavior, like a decent man should. You've been more than fair, Mr. Ord. Sage needs to be knocked off his self-made throne. Call me Jason, Sid. You know, maybe together we could dethrone Sage and teach him a little humility for his own good. Anything you say, Jason. Me and my friends are with you all the way against Sage. Felix, take this money and start smearing Sage. I want pressure on him from all directions. Anything goes as long as it makes him despised. Before I'm through, even Sage will hate himself. Who the hell is Felix and how the hell does he have the power to smear someone's identity? And with all this pressure, I'll act like I'm still willing to sponsor Sage if he'll back down and apologize to me. I want that one moment when I can spit in his eye and turn him down. The smear gets underway. For this, I'll print anything you want. I'll bet they mean Sage, that guy's a real rat. They say Sage tried to frame Sam, Star himself. Oh my god, it's a fact. Pressure by Sage results in several suicides? What? When did that happen? I don't remember that. They say that Sage once bugged the network's conference room. They can't fire him because he framed some key men. The scandal would wreck WWB. I believe it. I heard that's why some of his sponsors can't leave him. Jesus Christ. This is getting crazy. This is getting fucking nuts. That stupid Sage. A rumor spread about him speaking out against the UN. Instead of denying it, he asked if decent people should deal with cutthroats, and if not, why should free governments deal with dictatorships that enslave their own citizens? And should we recognize the right of a dictator to make slaves of people? Before you knew it, there they were. The UN must say, Sage must go. Sage wants our sons to die? What? What does any of that mean? Where did you get any of that? He just wants Ord to admit that he's a criminal, which he is. Okay, now I'm kind of getting it. Now I kind of get, because this objectively parallels the kind of shit that we have to deal with in modern society. So I'm like, I'm kind of getting it, Sage. Like, I kind of get the point that the question is trying to make. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, look at all this. There's people, all these rumors, all this money getting passed around, and none of these people bothered to check if any of this was actually true. There's people with signs. There's people, Sage wants our sons to die. It's crazy, dude. That's insane. Is any of that real? That the question needs to come down here and like fact check this shit. We should have given them a lot of double talk that didn't commit him for or against. Why does he always have to take a stand? Yes, Dad, I'll set up a meeting and personally see that Sage is present. Vic, nothing in the files connects Crow to Ord. They're poles apart. You could be leaving yourself wide open. You think I'm rubbing two names together so some of Crow will stick to Ord in people's minds? Not you, Vic. But I think that you fell for a lie. Drop it before you get back in too deep to back out. No, it's time I see what Ord himself has to say. Captain Lash, is he blind? He's headed for disaster. With Sage, it's prove it's right or prove it's wrong. He won't settle for less. He knows the risks and accepts them. How much blood will satisfy you, Sage? It's people like you who stir up trouble if everyone's left everyone else alone. We could all be living in peace. Vic, Al left hours ago without saying where he was going, and he hasn't checked in yet. I better try the hospitals. No. Face it, Sage. Fuck. Hold on. What's the quote about ships deserting a sinking someone or other? You know how it goes. Jesus Christ. What do you want, Sid? Dad's back and we're having a meeting, Mr. Sage. I'm to escort you that last mile to face your moment of reckoning. Too bad we can't have spectators, nor to watch the fun. Coming, Mr. Sage? I know the way. I'll be there. Jesus Christ. So they just put up a whole bunch of lies to destroy Vic Sage. No, he's gonna get it back in the end. And now he's gonna get fired. He'll get it back in the end. He's gonna do it. He's the question. He's gonna do it. I'll leave you, gentlemen. All I want is satisfaction from Sage. If that's not possible, maybe my business friends and I should do all our advertising with rival networks. We could lose millions because of Sage, because of one arrogant man. Sage has to give, or we'll break him. How dare you link me with a racketeer? You have no right. I'm a decent, respectable citizen. I just asked if you know or ever met Max Crow. The answer I got serves my purpose. That is true. You kind of told on yourself, dude. I can neither confirm nor deny being a criminal secretly. We won't waste time, Vic. Will you accept Mr. Ord? This is your last chance, Sage. We have had it with you. It's a miracle Ord hasn't withdrawn his offer. Accept him? No. What? You can't turn him down. Your pig-headedness will ruin us all. You're not asking anymore. We're demanding. You can't refuse. Accept him or else. Fine, fire me. Fire me. Holy shit. It just hit me. This is exactly why Steve Ditko got fired from Marvel Comics. He had to leave Marvel Comics because they gave him an ultimatum and he refused. He said no. And he said the only way that he can stick by his principles was to leave. And so he left Marvel Comics, which is more or less, isn't that how he ended up working at Charlton? That's wonderful. Oh my god, that's cool. Sam, you've got to make Sage accept Ord. You can do it. You must. That's not enough. Dad, it's either Ord or Sage, and Sage just means trouble. Let's be rid of Sage and trouble once and for all. Sage has got to go. Vic, Fry's contract expires in 2 weeks. You have until then to prove your point. After that, I have no choice. I understand, Mr. Starr. Thank you. Now, get rid of him now, Dad. Why are you holding off? Too many sudden smears and pressures have arisen. I don't like it. Those tactics are worse than if a man used a gun to get his own way. Now everyone get out. Exactly. Telling a lie to get what you want is worse. It's worse than using a gun, because a gun is honest. But a lie is posing as the truth. At last we got Sage. Nothing will change in 2 weeks. Yeah, Sage loses no matter what he does. He either has to back down to Ord or refuse and have my father boot him out. I'll keep after Ord even after my time limit runs out. You can't fight a disease only when it's a necessity or when it's safe. Ord himself is not the real battle. I can't willingly accept a known evil or pretend it's something less than it is. You have no way of judging Ord, so if anyone's going to stand with me, he's going to have to give me a good reason why. I won't accept the lame reasons about my being the underdog. Every misfit can claim that. Or that I need help. It's not a charity case. I'll accept only a reason why you personally want to make the stand and on your behalf, not mine. Is anybody going to go with him? Jason, I had to call you. This can't wait. It could be dynamite. Listen. That's the perfect way to handle it, Crow. It will put the final squeeze to Sage for me. I don't know what Sage could know about me, but after this, it won't matter. He's going to be finished for good. Sage, try and deny those stories about you. We dare you. You're always rapping the public, but you don't smell raping? Is that supposed to be raping? Or rap? Because rapping is talking, but that's not... Oh, Jesus. I don't like that sentence. How about a handout, Sage? We underdogs got to stick together. Hey, Sage, how many rotten deals are you mixed up in? The greatest battle a person must constantly fight is to uphold proper principles, known truths against everyone he deals with. A truth cannot be defeated, but when a man refuses to know what is right or deliberately accepts or does what he knows is wrong, he defeats himself. The truth remains unbeaten. So that's it. The question was, what is the greatest fight a man must face? And the truth is, he must fight for his own principles. Part 2. What is a hero? Is he a man with superpowers who, when in a costume, fearlessly seeks out dangers, daringly confronts all obstacles and performs great feats of bravery, but then returns to his everyday life living in helplessness and fear, afraid of what he says and how he acts for fear of revealing his secret identity, thus forcing himself to live unnaturally, strapped to the ability to face up to and act upon the everyday problems of life? His response to them may not be one of fearlessness, daring, or bravery, but one of a constant brooding about his inability to cope with them successfully. It is a power or a disguise that makes a hero, or is a hero a man who faces up to the challenges and obstacles of life, and acts on them in a manner that does credit to himself, and the proper principles that have been proven to be true. What makes a hero? Okay, you see that? Clearly that was Ditko. That's fucking Ditko's sermon. And I kind of get it, but I kind of don't get all of it, you know? I gotta read, like, Atlas fucking Shrugged or something to figure this one out. I'll see this through because whoever's behind it is a threat to me personally. Decent people can't exist where force is the only rule for dealing between groups. Then everyone is in except Al. Fred doesn't like having his job threatened, nor does Bob like the attempt to buy him off with a bribe. Hey Vic, it's Captain Lash. Oh god, what do the police want? Yes, Captain. What? Yes, I'll be right over. If I'm not back in time, take over my broadcast for me and stand by for trouble. It looks like Al killed a guy named Joe Elp in a fight. Someone heard a shot and called us. We found Al groggy, murder weapon in his hand. He said all he remembers is someone other than Elp knocked him out. Says Elp was alive, but admits he's been drinking. Vic. After you talked to us, I remembered this guy, Joe Elp, once told me that Ord and Crow were tied up somehow. It was a long shot, but I went looking for Joe. I found him in a bar and drank with him until he brought me here. I was hit from behind. The rest you know. That's the truth, Vic. You've got to believe me. I believe you, Al, but that won't clear you. We're going to have to prove it. Jesus Christ. Let them book you. I'll take care of everything, Captain. Give me a chance to break this news first. Sure, Vic. The police department owes you for the times you've cooperated with us. And I had to add this to all of his troubles. Don't worry. He'll handle it. Don't worry. He's got an ace up his sleeve. Vic's not complaining. He knows the difference between victim and assailant. He doesn't penalize the innocent for what the guilty have caused. My assistant, Al Kurt, has been charged with homicide. I believe him to be innocent. Let it be clear, that is my position. Now, the regular broadcast. Jesus, doesn't that guy ever stay out of the hot seat? It is. It's kind of crazy, like, how often he goes after these things. Al killed someone? Oh my god, yeah, he killed someone, dude. Self-defense, though. You know Vic better than that. He's speaking for all of us. He and Al aren't standing alone. Where will it end? Sage will have the entire network crumble before we can dump him. Dad, the public would cheer us if we got rid of Vic now. I said we won't discuss Vic until his time limit is up, and I meant just that. But Dad, this is a perfect out for us. We're jammed with calls denouncing Sage. It's your turn to tell Sid. He almost had a stroke when I showed him that anti-Sage mail. What's the brass waiting for? This many hate Sage groups can't be wrong. They must fire Sage. That's another, I guess that's another common theme in Ditko's writing is he's trying to say that just because many people believe something to be true doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. And I guess that makes perfect sense. I mean, think about it. Like, there was a time when we believed the earth was flat. There was a time when we believed that we were the center of the universe. Just because everybody believes something doesn't mean it's true. So I agree with Ditko on that one. I mean, everybody believes that Sage is a criminal. Nobody believes that Ord is a criminal, but we know for a fact that that's true. So, beautiful job, Crow. Sage is boxed in tight, and I'm going to seal him up for good. Have fun, Jason, but don't forget you owe a favor for what I did. You're always knocking everyone, and now you're standing for a killer. You put him up to it, Sage. He's innocent because you say he is, You're a phony, a hypocrite. Thanks for standing bail, Vic. Wow, you gave him bail? Can you even afford that right now, Vic? Jesus. But I can't go back with you. I've caused you enough trouble. It'll be better for you if I keep out of the way. Let's get one thing straight, Al. Whatever you do, you're not doing it for my sake. If you want to crawl in a hole, even though you're innocent, go ahead. If you're ashamed to be seen with your friends, run away. If you can't stand the stares and tongues of the public idiots, go hide. But don't tell me I'm responsible for what you decide. That is for my benefit. You owe me nothing. Did you just call the public idiots? I thought you were for the people. Sage, come on. Jesus Christ, what is he even fighting for at this point? Do what you want. I'll still try to clear you, but not because you work for me. The innocent should not pay for the crimes of the guilty. Hide if you want, but don't make me the fall guy for your decision. Sorry, Vic. I started to give up because I began feeling sorry for myself. Yeah, don't fucking do that shit. You all know the score. We can expect much, but we're going to dig and keep digging until we get this cleared up. Any questions? Okay, let's get busy. It takes a big man to make sense decency like yours, Jason, but you're still willing to meet with Sage, and you don't hold anything against the network. No one's perfect, Sid. Honorable men can always settle their differences if they're willing to be fair and compromise. And all I want from Sage is to break him and to make him crawl to me and beg. Whoa, that's crazy. If you don't, you see? So it's a good thing that Vic said no, because if Vic Sage had agreed to take on Ord as a sponsor, Ord would have just betrayed him anyway. So technically, Vic is objectively correct in this situation. This is the only right way to do things. If you don't stop sponsoring Sage, our groups will stop buying your products. Sage and I are much alike. I produce drugs to help clear body conditions. Sage makes commentary on the issues of the day. That helped clear his mind. Our standards are high. I won't tolerate impurities in drugs that people were introduced into their systems. Vic won't allow distortions in his evaluations which are to be absorbed by his listener's mind. I protect my drugs with science and research. Vic protects his views with reason and logic. His words are like my drugs are intended to clear unsound conditions, not to sound nice or even taste good. You can refuse to buy my products or listen to Vic, but if you deliberately reject quality and truth, you must be willing to settle for that which is inferior and lies. You do not hurt Vic or me if you choose to cripple your body or mind. Neither Vic nor I will lower our standards to pamper to those who have no standards. Now, good day. Jesus. That's great. You see, well, at least Vic is not alone. He stands up to the mob. And other people are apparently standing up to the mob too. I'm happy this guy's standing up, because as a pharmacist, can you imagine how many people would suffer if he bent the knee? Can you imagine? That's good. Time passes and pressures mount as Vic and his staff search for a lead that will reveal what Ord Crow conspiracy. Sage's time limit is almost up. It will be like a new year without the old Sage in trouble, in with new, better, and happy times for us all. Come on, Sage, you gotta pull this together, dude. And notice, like, the question has not even shown up yet. None of this has been about the question. It's all about the truth. That's what's important here. And Ditko is willing to forego the question to emphasize that point. This is about the truth. You're not interested in sponsoring Sage, Jason. You could stop this barbaric spectacle. Why don't you? It's become a matter of principle. Sage started it. Let him end it. Sage, apologize to Jason, and we might find something for you to do. Sage, answer me. When you have something worth discussing, I'll oblige you. That arrogant, I want to see him brought down hard. You will, Sid, and we won't let up on him until his last breath. Hey, let's get out of here. If we're even seen near Vic, we'll get the backlash of what he's going through. Yeah, it's not your fight. Why should we get involved with either side? Say, Chuck, do you know? Yes, I know A. Mr. A, you mean? Sorry, Vic. I've got an important client waiting. I've got to hurry. He did us a few favors and now he wants to ruin us. Sage, I've got some blushing info on Sid's crowd. It would even things up. Are you interested? Get lost, scum. I don't think Al did it, but we haven't turned up anything to clear him. That stoolie Lippy should know if anyone else did the job on Elp, but he's not talking. Alright, thanks, Captain. If Lippy won't talk for the police, he won't talk to Vic Sage. But once he gets to where he's going, he'll meet someone he'll have to talk to. Alright. Later, in an alley, Vic removes a flesh-colored mask from his belt, releases gas from a hidden capsule, then rapidly expanding gas reacts with the previously sprayed chemicals on Vic's clothing and hair. Almost instantly, the changes take place and Vic Sage becomes the question. Yes, that is the question. He's alone. The best way to make him talk is through fear. I'll give him a scare of the unknown, and I'll use this gas again. Don't move, Lippy. Tell me who killed Joe Elp or face the consequences. What? What'll it do to me? I can't take it anymore. I'll talk. Turn it off. What does the gas do? Does it burn? I wonder why it scares them so much. It was Bo Beanie? Is that what they call him? He's at the Grand Hotel. Now let's get me out of this. Who's Bo? Is it the same Bo from the previous issue? Probably not. That was a kid. If you're lying to me or you try to tip Bo off, I'll find you and let the gas really work on you. Now don't move until the room clears up. I'll phone Captain Lash. The police can pick up Bo and clear Al, but I want to be there when they nab him. Relax, I'm fixing all the loose ends, I tell you. That Sage is bugging me, but he won't scare me. Hello, Bo. You're getting a bonus from Crow. Oh, shit! I tipped off Crow. I rubbed out Elp for him. You can't do this! Crow said I should, and I will. Who is that? Is that Felix? It looks like Felix. Minutes later, he looks dead, Captain. Damn it! I'm afraid we got here too late, Vic. Shit. Fuck. That was our only way to clear Al. Now we have another killer to find. And how do we prove Bo killed Joe Elp? None of this is going to make it easier for Al. We're always a step behind everything that's happening. It's time someone else called the plays, so I know just how to do it. I'll see you later, Captain Lash. In a half hour, we'll see the beginning of the end of Sage. Here it is. This is the climax. We work until Vic tells us to quit or we're all fired. No one should pay us to stop now, Nora. We've all got personal stakes in this battle. Come on, Vic. It's up to you. You've got to find some proof. I can't accept your charges any other way, and you wouldn't want me to. Who could be sending me this? Well, I'd better see what it is. Oh, what is it? It's the question! Yes! Your fucking time is up, motherfucker. A note on a playing card. It's smoking. It's the question. He says he saw me and Crow together. He has photos and a tape recording to prove it. He'll contact me later for a payoff. If I refuse, he'll give the evidence to Sage. Oh no, he can't do that. Alright, listen, Jason. Be sure you're not followed. And meet me you know where. We'll figure out a way to deal with the question. I figure it will be easier to tail Crow than Ord. Ord will be too suspicious. Now to see where they meet. An old warehouse. It's not one of Ord's. It must be one of Crow's business fronts. I've got a camera and a tape recorder. If I can get proof of their plotting together, I will cinch a case against them. Here it is. It's coming. That's no watchman. Oh, it's a strong man. Hold it there, punk. Who is that? Is that Felix? After I fisk you, we'll see the boss. Now I have to take things as they come, till I can make my break. It's a snooper, but he's clean. Sage, he followed you, Crow. He now knows. Relax. A scoop is no good to a dead newscaster. He won't leave here alive. That's not enough. I want to make him suffer for the threat he gave me. I want to hear him beg me to stop. Oh, fuck. All right, here's part 3. Woof. If this is the climax, fellas. Oof. I got my caffeine. Ugh. Oh, that didn't taste good. All right, here's the climax, fellas. Are you ready? Part 3. Why does a man fight to survive? To achieve proper values and goals. To keep secure the values he already has. The alternative, give up and lose by default. Don't be a fool, Jason. Let him watch out. Let me handle Sage. This is a job for a professional. I'll fix him. No, I won't be cheated out of my revenge. You can have him after I'm through. Don't expect me to just stand here and get along with him, your warped thinking. Someone get my gun. I'll bring him down. This is what you wanted to dish out, Ord. How do you like receiving it? Yeah, fuck. Yeah, look at it. Boom, got him in the face. Oh my god. He threw a fucking chair. Oof, this is good. They know Vic Sage is dynamite. No chance to take them now. I'd better get outside. Shoot. Too late, but we can still get him. Hey, what's going on up there? Come on, you guys. There's trouble. Stop him. Don't let him get out of here alive. What is that, an electric cord? This overhanging wire will break my fall. I broke the line, but I put the place in semi-darkness. That will help me. Don't worry, boss. We've got men to all exits. No one can get by us. He better not get out. Oh, fuck. So they're gonna spread out. Now's the time, dude. Where's the question? We need the question. If he does and he talks, I'll be ruined. You know what that means, Crow? Shut up. You should never have gotten mixed up with Sage in the first place. Alright, spread out. No guns unless we have to. We don't want the cops down on us. We don't need armor to take on one unarmed punk. Just let me get my mitts on him. By changing to the question, I can make it look like they have 2 guys to stop. It will give them something to worry about. Hey, the question is here. Yeah, thanks for broadcasting that bit of information, you idiot. Now they believe the question. I can take over. Oh, and he's switching back, where Vic Sage can make an appearance. Hey, Sage, it's over here. Good boy. And we didn't even rehearse it. Oh, fuck. That's great. He keeps switching back and forth to confuse them. Dude, that's fucking brilliant, man. And make his presence felt again. Yes, the question. He's here. That lousy Sage and the question are down there. They must be in this together. It was a trick. The question didn't have any evidence. Now Sage does. Then we have to stop both of them. I could kill you for dragging me into this jam. No, you guys are effed. This is it. Sage is over here. If I don't run out of steam playing these 2 parts, oh my god. He's just the man. But you are. He trained. He worked out. He's in it, dude. Or out of the gas that changes me. I'm wearing them down. They don't know who will pop up at them. Dad, Vic's time limit is up. He has no choice now. He has to accept or be fired. Hey, where is our arrogant Mr. Sage? Now that he knows he can't bluff anyone anymore, he's probably having trouble convincing himself he's the big deal he thinks he is. Let's drag him here to take his medicine. Vic said that if he was not back in time, I was to stand in for him. Mr. Starr, Vic told me to give you his contract. You could do with it as you wish. You know his position. He won't change it. He wouldn't come himself? That gutless boss of yours is too scared to face us himself. That coward has to send a woman in his place? The great Mr. Sage turned tail. Sid, stop it! Oh, dang! She knocked him out! Oh my god! Sid, I said stop it! Where's your fearless newscaster hiding who is protecting him while you're here? Leave this room, Sid, and take your friends with you. I'll decide about Vic. Get out of my sight. Nora, I don't have anyone to replace Vic. Take this till he gets back. We can still talk it over. I can't. He told us to stay on the job as long as you want us. If Vic leaves, so do I. Alright, Nora. Let me know when Vic gets back. I will. He's coming back! Oh man, he's coming back! That shook you, Laura. Sam too, I'll bet. It was one job Vic would never give to anyone else if he had a choice. I wish he knew where he is, how he is. It's all over for you, Al. You're cleared, but thanks to Vic. Oh my god. We thought the gun was in your hand that killed Joe Elp was his, and that the hair strands found on the gun's clip were also Joe's. But then Vic turned up a professional killer, Bo Beanie. It turns out it was his hair and the gun, not Elp's. Plus some other things in the lab boys came up with put Beanie in Joe's place. The more we dig, the stronger your case. I feel like I've been lifted out of a nightmare. Thank you, Vic, wherever you are. And then here's Vic. Good. So the boys in the lab were able to clear fucking Al. Thank God. Because Al's a good dude. He doesn't deserve to go down for this shit. So that's great. Let's see what else. Woo. I don't know how long I can keep this up. I can't get past the armed gunmen at the exits. I've got to figure out something before they decide to come after us with guns blazing. That won't be long because there's not too many left to search us out. Once the questioning Vic Sage put the wraps on the last hunter, they will be desperate enough to risk the gunplay. Yes, that's smart. That's smart. Hold everything. A phone? If I can get to it, one call will wrap everything up. First, a little diversion in the opposite direction, using the rest of my gas. Now I need to sneak into the phone. No, Mr. Starr, no word from Vic yet. Vic, where? Yes, okay, Captain Lash. Captain Lash is here now. I'll put him on. Vic, got Ord and Crow boxed in? I'll call for help on my way there and let you know. We're all going to cover this. Roll out the TV mobile unit. Come on. Oh my god. This is it. This is where it all falls down. Where are they running off to? Who cares? Sage probably stubbed his toe and they're going to give him a blood transfusion. Why haven't your men got them yet? Do something! It'll be your fault if Sage gets away. He has to be killed. You got us into this mess, I'll get us out. Just shut up. Use your gun. Shoot Sage and the question on sight. That's always their solution. Criminals. Did you try guns? Have you tried violence? Yes, violence didn't work. Well, did you try violence? Jesus Christ. Now listen here, Crow. We're equal partners. You can't talk to me like that. Yeah, I handle the risks and the law. You get the profits and the respectability. I was able to sneak back and get the tape recorder. Yes, keep talking, motherfuckers. It's the cops. We're being raided. We've got to warn the boss. Nuts, it's every man for himself. Boss, it's the police. What? How? They got a fucking call out. We've got to get out of here. We can't let them catch us. It's the secret agent. I swear that Vic will never live to testify against us. No one is leaving this party yet. You two are going to become a public item, trial in prison. This gun, I'll fix Sage. Wait, things are too hot. Oh my god. Shooty fires. Wait, what? If I get rid of both of you, I'll never have to worry about anything. You know too much about me, Crow. You made a deal to save your hide. Fuck. He killed Crow. I'll find someone else to run the rackets. I'll still be Jason Ord, respectable businessman with you dead, Sage. Hold it, Mac. Drop the gun. No, don't shoot. Oh man, I've got the whole sequence of Ord's capture. Yes. Yes, Vic. Where are you? Why doesn't he answer? We're too late. Easy, Nora. Vic knows how to take care of himself. Wait up there. The voices. And in those safe deposit boxes are my records of the dealings I had with that double-crosser. Oh my god. See? You don't double-cross the double-crosser. Now you're fucked. I've got Crow's story on tape, and Ord's act of shooting Crow. Good work, Vic. It seemed unbelievable, Crow and Ord's partner in crime. It was, as long as there wasn't any proof. But how many men would have gone through what you did to get it? Well, it's over. Not yet, Vic. Your secretary littered my desk with some paper. See that it's removed. It will be a pleasure, Mr. Starr. I'll do it personally. Then, later... Your father had to go to Washington, Sid. So this is your chance to undercut Sage. We can cancel out the regular guests in our program Community Challenge and substitute you. We can get the panel to quiz you. It will be too late for your father to do anything. We'll back you up all the way. We can make it look like the story leaked out, and you were on the spot and had no choice. You couldn't refuse to answer while on the air. But the main thing is, Vic's show will be undercut. I'll do it. I think I'd do anything to get back at Sage. We'll have the last laugh. He'll see. Oh god, what are they planning? Now, Sid, tell us the truth. Why was Ord removed as a sponsor on WWB? We've heard rumors. I can't lie. Ord was arrested. The full story you'll soon learn, but you must understand. When we became aware of these activities, though not proven, we refused any additional sponsorships. We took the loss until the issue was resolved. We tried to be fair to all concerned. Now it belongs to the courts. Vic, that slimy worm has ruined your scoop, and he's trying to make it look like he was the one who first suspected Ord. Yes, I appeared to be on friendly terms with Ord to see what I could uncover. I cannot say more. What are you going to do, Vic? Nothing. Sid is building his own trap. He'll find himself caught in it. Sid can't hurt my program. He's just mouthing and distorting events. I'm covering the fundamental principles of proper relationships and dealing between people. That explain the Crows and Orb. I'm not reporting on what happened, but why and how. It's the difference between just seeing something and understanding the nature of what something is. What? What the fuck did you even just say? That's funny. That's a funny thing because that's something that they did give to Rorschach in Watchmen. Rorschach loves to monologue. He's always writing in it. Rorschach's journal. It's fucking, I hate people. Like, he really is like that. Sid, you're too modest. We're all sure you had a bigger role than you let on in trapping Ord. It was you who put Sage and the police on him. When did you first suspect Ord? Please, Sid. Well, I don't like to take all the credit. Others did do their part after the facts. We're pointing out to them. I was suspicious of Ord very early on in our dealings. Yes, go on, Sid. Well, you see that it's, my throat. Slight infection. Go on, Sid. Tell us how you had Ord all figured out. Oh my god. That's a fucking brilliant ending. He's sitting there lying. He's sitting there lying to everybody, and all Vic Sage has to do is walk past, and he feels instantly insecure. And he builds bitterness and animosity. Look, you can see in his fists all the bitterness and animosity, and all Sage had to do was walk past. God, if ever there was the power of the question, that's it right there. Let's see what this says. When does a man achieve victory? When after he has honestly applied himself to the task facing him and having overcome it, is secure in the knowledge that whatever he has accomplished, the fruits of that goal belong to him. He will know no one else matters. Sage, the question doesn't do it for glory. He did it for himself, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm not 100% certain on everything that objectivism has to offer as a philosophy. I do find it quite fascinating, at least as far as the question is concerned. I mean, I agree with some of the question's points that you shouldn't give in to a lie. You should stand up against corruption. That, you know, you should honor your contracts and things like that. And that objectively the truth will uncover a lie. But this, I think, is really interesting that Sid, after all is said and done, Sid lies and claims that he was the one that captured Ord. But all he has to do is take one look at Vic Sage and it fills him with bitterness because he knows it's a lie. So what is the greatest battle of man? It's not being true to the world. It's being true to yourself. It's not that Sid is a bad person because he's not really a bad person. He's only a minor antagonist. He doesn't really do anything illegal or evil. I wouldn't say that he does anything maliciously evil. He is an antagonist to Vic Sage because Vic represents the truth and Sid is really insecure. And that's what makes him a minor antagonist. And I think that's really interesting that they would end the story on that note. No, it's not a triumph for the question. Ditko chooses to emphasize Sid's bitterness and insecurity. That's why he lies. He lies because he hates himself. Not Sage. He doesn't hate Sage. He hates himself. And Sage reminds him constantly of how weak and bitter that he really is. And so Sage doesn't really have to do anything. The truth speaks for itself. So what is the greatest fight a man can fight? Be true to yourself. Anyway, that's it. That is the answer. If anybody was ever asking what the question is, that's the answer. Be true to yourself. Above all things, be true to yourself. The question is true to himself. Vic Sage is true to himself, but Sid is not true to himself. Crow is not true to himself. Ord is not true to himself. And that's why they failed. Because no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you cannot live a lie. And that is the lesson that we get from the question. So, yeah, what did you guys think? Do you guys like the question? I love the question. I don't know. This was 66 pages of hardcore question action, mysteries solved, interesting lessons in objective philosophy, I guess. Thank you, Ditko, for that. We're still learning about your philosophies years after you died. Well, they're not his philosophies, but you know. And it was good. It's good. But that is just the beginning. You guys let me know what you think about the question. Let me know what you think about Charlton comics. And let me know what you think about objectivist philosophies. I really want to talk about this in the comments. I would love to. Because the question is done. There's no more Charlton question comics. There are a lot of question comics, but no more that were specifically made by Charlton. But there is a hell of a lot more Charlton. This is just the beginning. We've got Blue Beetle coming up. We've got Peacemaker. We've got Judo Master. We've got Captain Atom, Nightshade, Sergeant Steel, the son of the Vulcan. All these characters, which if you don't know them, they're analogs from Watchmen. So yeah, they're very interesting. Oh, it's fucking good. I love this shit so goddamn much. I'm probably going to read some more question comics, you know? But trying not to get copyright striked because a lot of them are new and these are the only ones that Charlton owns. The other ones are owned by DC Comics or like different, you know. But yeah, and maybe I'll read some Mr. A as like a side video or whatever, just so that you guys can know what that's like. It's basically like the question, but it's a little bit harsher. It leans a little bit more on the philosophies. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up. But that's it for this comic book. If you liked reading this comic book with me and you want to read more comics with me, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, nerds, stay heroic. Hey, that's basically the same thing as the question. Stay true to yourself, and that's what I say. Stay heroic.